Well, howdy, howdy, howdy.
Hello, everybody.
Whew.
Was y'all waiting on us? Hello, Michelle.
I believe Michelle and Rob was.
Uh-huh.
Well, one of them says just me. I don't know which one it was.
Okay.
Been refreshing the screen for 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
We was talking to Alan, and he needed some advice, so it took us a little bit. Alan, if you're listening, we love you.
I doubt he's got back yet. He's going to go get him a sub.
Yep, probably.
Yeah, Michelle, my dad turned 86-year-old today.
Yep, he sure did. You gonna tell him what we got him for his birthday?
I'm going to wait and do a video.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man. Well, hey, Desiree.
Hello, Des. How are you? Oh, and Michelle, I called the guy and he hadn't sent the order off yet, so we got a goat she's not sick, but if we didn't tend to her, she would be getting sick. I mean, she's right there on the borderline, so we had to go get some stuff for her today and take care of her.
Howdy, Paula.
Hello, Paula. And I didn't get a chance to give you a call, so hopefully tomorrow.
Hi, Shaky. I didn't see Shaky. Michelle said it was Shaky. Oh, there he is. There's Shaky. Well, howdy, Shaky.
I still
You slipped in. I didn't see it.
I still ain't got ever. Oops.
Did you hit live chat?
Yeah. There it went. Tina Ladybug, hello.
Yeah, howdy.
So we've got Michelle. I'm going to make sure I got everybody. We've got Michelle, Paula. You said hello to Shaky. Hey, Shaky, I hope your eyes are doing better still.
Hey.
And Desiree and Tina Ladybug.
Paula, it's my dad's birthday. He turned 86 today. Yep. Oh, hey, Margie.
Yep. Hello, Margie. How are you doing? Hello, Rhonda. How are you?
Howdy.
You are our Friday night entertainment. Boy, y'all going to be disappointed.
No doubt. I am yelled out. Well, howdy, Kyle. Howdy, Red.
Hello, Kyle. Hello, Red. But we're, I hadn't been able to see Alex.
Well, nary one of us.
Yeah, nobody has. But my back is just, my sciatica is just being mean. And I had to take a muscle relaxer today. And I am about to fall out of the chair. I don't like taking them, but sometimes I gotta. Okay. And there's the link if anybody wants to come up. Has everybody had a good week? I know it's been back hot here again after Fred went through. It cooled down and it's hot again. It wasn't as bad today as it was, Monday or Tuesday when it was like an oven outside?
I think it's been like that about every day this week. I've been out there every day this week in the middle of the day.
Kyle said so. How is your dad doing?
Dad's doing good.
All right, Red, I will. I'm sorry.
I know I was about to start shedding tears today. Wound up selling one of my old trucks off.
Oh my gosh, Michelle, I'd done be gone if I'd done that.
What'd she do now?
Said she had to take 4 muscle relaxers today.
Oh God.
Paula said hers is killing her too.
I think it's something in the air. Well, hello, Debbie.
How are you, Miss Debbie?
And a happy anniversary to you and your old feller.
And you tell your dad happy birthday, Red. Her daddy turned 87 the 25th,
Oh,
which is
heck.
yesterday.
No, 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago. Sorry.
Skywatcher footage. Howdy.
Hi, how are you?
Yes.
You used to go in and watch this stuff, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And
I hadn't got to in
Michelle,
a long time, which I ain't got to hardly watch anything in a while.
Michelle said it's been awful there. I had heat exhaustion Thursday. Oh no, that ain't good. That's bad. Okay, Paula got a new mattress topper and it's a lot better. It's helping.
Well, that's good. I know them.
Rhonda, I don't see how you can do that. Sorry, go ahead.
We got that new bed about a year ago, or a little over a year ago,
A little over a year ago.
and it still ain't that good.
The mattresses are supposed to be very
Yeah, it
high
was supposed
quality.
to be good quality stuff.
And I'm telling you, it's just either I've gotten a lot worse or that mattress is a lot worse than what they say it should be.
Uh-huh.
I don't know which it is, but it's one or the other. But Rhonda's been taking care of her 2 twin grandchildren, 3.5-year-old this week. She said, I can tell I'm old.
Skywatcher been going through.
Alienation. I'm now a single father of 7.
Oh,
my
goodness.
gosh, I hate that, Skywatcher. That ain't never easy for nobody, no matter what the situation. Debbie, you've been in our thoughts and prayers, and I've been wanting to call you, but I know
Sometimes me time's good too. And you never know when a person is needing their me time.
Yeah, but that's something that's very hard to deal with. And I know your wounds are still new, and I didn't want to hurt you, but just know that we love y'all, and we've been thinking about y'all, and I've been worried about you tremendously. As Miss Debbie lost her mom just a few weeks ago, and that's what we're talking about, guys.
Yeah.
So just keep Debbie in your prayers. Let's see.
We got a Miller flying around.
Yep, we do. He done got on me.
If he gets over here close enough, I'll slap him with my cap. But I ain't going to try to get up and run at him.
Take him outside.
I'll take him.
Well, we understand, Skywatcher. That's, like I said, no matter what it is, that's just...
Yep.
That's just never a good thing to go through, or easy thing. Well, Desiree, I hope you have fun at the vintage market tomorrow. Let's see, she said Samuelson. Oh, her legs are getting worse. Desiree, I hate that.
No doubt.
I know my feet, they've been hurting, but my back's twice as bad as my feet are right now. That's right, Paula.
Yep, that's what I was getting ready to say. That's right, Paula. I know.
Hello, MB Heritage. How are y'all doing?
Howdy. We're about to give out. I'm a whoop pup.
Yeah, Butterfly, she's been having real bad bouts of loose bowels.
Well, I thought she was getting worming, so I wormed everything. And she wasn't getting no better. And then I noticed she was starting to scare. So I went today and got a big roll of hay and put it in the...
Well, we give her hay a couple of days
Well,
ago,
yeah,
too.
I had some, but I went
We didn't
today
have
and got
much.
another roll.
Yep. And then we
So-
went and got her some minerals and some
Yeah.
salt and all that. Debbie, is there anything else we can do for her?
Well, she's acting like she's feeling a little better today.
She does. Debbie, anytime you want to call, you know.
Hey, yep. You know, you got my number, I know.
Yep. So, and we're here for you. I just, like I said, I know that's something that's hard to deal with, and I know, it's not been that long. And if you was having a good day, I didn't want to make it go south. So,
Hey, yep. Well, thank you, Desiree. They said hit them thumbs up.
yes, thank you, Desiree. I hadn't got down that. Glenn's getting old like us. Don't take much to wear us out, LOL. It don't.
Hey,
I wear out quicker than he does.
I started to say,
lately.
I still feel pretty lucky. Most people 7 to 10 years younger than me can't keep up with me yet, but I can tell a big difference in myself. Oh, I can't stay out there like I used to.
And Rhonda, I've had pinched nerves in my back for years. But,
You are a pinch nerve.
Yeah, yours.
That's right.
But I reckon I've got some ruptured disc, and one of them's like stage 3. And I mean, it is just, there's some days it gets to hurting so bad it's hard for me to even walk from the milk room to the house.
Well, howdy, Duncan 1900. I can't remember your name.
Brenda.
Brenda. It come to me just about the time you said it.
Uh-huh.
I was sitting here looking at it like, what's her name? my memory area up here just, it don't work right. Don't nothing up there work right no more though. But,
Exactly. I had something I was going to say, and I've lost it. I lost it.
Oh, you've been lost. You was lost when I found you.
I guess I'll always be lost in your eyes. Especially yesterday.
What was about yesterday?
Never mind. But Kyle, have you been good here lately and ain't had to go back to the hospital none? Okay. That's sweet, Margie. I love that y'all, and I just love how everybody just takes everybody under their wing and looks out for them.
Yep.
MB Hare just said they read slower than I run.
I tell you what, I can't run very fast anymore, but when it comes to reading, it's off the chart.
Well, Michelle, you tell Rob we said hello and have a good night, sleep well, and I hope he has a good day tomorrow at work. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate it. It has. It's been really bad. I mean, it had got real bad, and then I found Alex, and then Alex kind of got it to where it was, keeping it halfway calmed down. I mean, it still hurt, but it wasn't nowhere near as bad as it was. And then
They ought to be getting ready to open back up, though.
They should, but since my medicine man closed down, I ain't been able to go see him, and it's just no relief. And I'd go have surgery done, but me and anesthesia don't get along, so that scares me. And as long as I can fight through it, I'm going to try my best not to have none. I don't like surgery.
Me don't even like to think of it.
It ain't no fun. Oh, heck, what are you doing with them? You doing apple butter again, Red?
Mhm.
That's what I figure she's doing.
That's what she said will go. I think it was apple butter with applesauce.
No, Susan, he didn't close down permanently. Somebody come in there that had the virus, and he didn't know it at the time, right? Then he found out he had it, wound up in the hospital, and by the Friday after that, he was done gone. So they decided to just be on the safe side and go ahead and shut down, and because that was the second scare they had. So he's waiting till
Apple butter and sauce and canning them whole.
I ain't never seen nobody can whole apples. Have you?
Yeah. My mom used to, yeah.
I ain't never seen nobody can. Now I've seen them, like blanch them, I guess, and then put them in there and then use them for like cooking apples. I ain't never seen nobody. Oh no, Paula, we will keep them in our prayers.
Debbie is butterfly. She started losing some weight, and I thought she was getting wormy, so I wormed them, and she kept getting worse, and I noticed she was scaring, so I started giving her I went and got some minerals and stuff, and I started giving her some hay that I had left over up there in the barn, and then I went today and got a new roll.
We got a protein bucket.
Yeah,
also.
I got a protein tub put in there.
But now she's starting to look like pudding again, so I'm hoping.
I think I've got her turning around right now.
But if there's anything else that we can do, please let us know. Because Butterfly, she's my goofy little goat.
They named her wrong.
Goofy goats, yeah.
She should have been named Run Around Susie.
Run Around Sally.
Well, no, I think Susie wasn't the name of it.
I thought it's Sally.
I don't know. Well, howdy, Stevie, outdoorsman.
Yep.
Buddy, speaking of you, you need to call me one day when you get change. I don't never know when you're working and when they ain't, so.
You're funny. Exactly, Stevie. Because I told him that he needed to get a hold of you.
Oh.
And you're right, Rhonda. It is some bad stuff, which they're saying. Some people are saying that this last strain is not as bad as. It's more contagious, but it's not as severe.
Well, hello, Gloria. How you been?
Hey, Gloria.
And
hello, Judy.
Judy. I was trying to get the words in my mouth. I knew it, but I couldn't get it.
And Rocky's in here.
Well, howdy, Rocky.
He said he used to date Run Around Sally.
Well, when we call Butterfly down here, so we got our goats from Debbie. She's one that goes into the goats.
And I love them. I love my goats.
Butterfly, when you go out there to start feeding her, she'll start running around in a circle, round and around you till you get to feeding the trough, and then she'll run over and start eating.
And Debbie told us about it whenever we bought her. She said, I don't know why, but she's just always done it. And she really wasn't that bad. She'd run around a little bit, but as soon as she settled in and got comfortable, she would run the whole perimeter, just around and around and around. And she would get where when Glenn was walking with the bucket of feed, she'd run around and around him.
Yeah, she got where she'd run completely around a circle around me.
She's turned out to be the sweetest little girl. She just loves petting and loving on. And she, like, whenever my back and feet are bothering me and stuff, and we was walking them back down after we had milk them, we'd take them back to the pasture. She would stop and turn around and look at me, and she'd wait on me, and then she'd get out ahead on me, and she'd stop, turn around and look at me. She's always the last goat to go in because she was waiting on me. So she's sweet as she can be, and I hope we can get her pulled out of this.
I think we got her going in that
I
direction.
think so too, since I seen her poop today. And that's something that a lot of people that don't homestead realize. You got to pay real close attention to your animals' poo. Oh no, Gloria, I hate that.
No doubt.
blood sugar's rough. It affects people differently. Because Glenn can eat a slice of bread and it don't hardly bother his blood sugar at all, and it's white bread. But he can go and get a can of green beans, or Bow Rounds is the worst. Bow Rounds will run his blood sugar out the roof.
Oh.
So she said we might need to get the cord for the coccidiosis.
Yep. Well, it just pretty much her. The rest of them hadn't really been showing nothing.
Is Andy still doing good? Because, we do need to keep praying for Andy, too.
Yes.
But he ain't got sicker or nothing, has he? Because was it been 2 days ago since we watched theirs?
No, it's probably been a little longer than that now. I can't say
this
for
week
sure.
has just went boom.
Oh, it has.
Glenn said something this morning about it being Friday night. That's going live. I said, today ain't Friday, is it? He pulled his phone out and said, yep, see?
Gloria, I know what you mean there now. That's what I told my doctor when she told me no potatoes. I looked at her and I said, you might as well shoot me.
Yeah, Michelle, I knew he still had, his chemo and radiation stuff going on. It's just that when she put in there, I was hoping he was still doing like he was, but I was, that's the reason I asked.
What kind of bread, Rocky?
Tofu bread.
Yeah, with a name like that, I ain't trying it to start with.
And Margie, apple cider vinegar with the mother, the unfiltered, is real good for keeping your blood sugar in check.
Yeah.
And Gloria, also, here's something that a lot of people may not know, but Epsom salts. Fill your bathtub up, put you a cupful, 1 to 2 cupfuls of Epsom salt in the water, and soak for at least 20 minutes. And it's good for your blood sugar and a lot of other things.
Put the Epsom salts and then put you about a half a cup of baking soda in with it. It works as a detox.
The Epsom salts is a detoxer too.
Yes, but the Epsom salts will help the baking soda does even more. But as soon as you get done with your bath, make sure you rinse off really well, because they say it can pull too much out if you don't get it off of your skin good with the baking soda and all in there.
I know he likes using baking soda.
Yeah.
But Epsom salt, they say if you'll get in the tub like that for at least 3 times a week for at least 20 minutes a day, it's good for, it keeps your arteries good and soft. It helps your blood pressure. It releases good endorphins in your brain. It's good for a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff. Rocky said it's a cardinal sin not to eat potatoes.
No doubt. And Margie, it might be better for people with diabetes, but what do people do that don't like sweet potatoes? I don't like sweet potatoes, so it don't work for me.
I love sweet potatoes. I love sweet potato fries. I love sweet potatoes. Fixed about any way you can fix them.
I just want my old rustic taters.
Red said those guineas I think it's supposed to be gave us are alerting the chickens. Someone goes to give them treats. They're good for that.
Yep.
Boy, we got a bunch of baby guineas coming on. How many baby guineas we got coming on?
I don't know. I lost count.
Oh, that's good, Michelle.
We got them first ones we hatched out down there, and then we got the ones that the hens hatched out, and then we got more in the brooder that I'm getting ready to take out. So I got 3 batches of baby guineas down here.
Red says, I'm with Glenn on that. I don't like sweet potatoes either.
Mm-mm.
I love sweet potatoes. Now, if I just bake them, I still got to have me some butter and some type of sweetener. And I used to like putting marshmallows on top of them and browning the marshmallows for the sweetness, but can't really do that.
Margie, I can't say that instead of. I just do without.
And if Glenn eats peanut butter, it runs his sugar high.
Well, don't if I don't eat too much very often.
Throw a country spoon of butter in with the grease and taters. Best ever. Yeah, that's good. I cook a lot of hamburger, or used to. Whenever he could have potatoes, I used to fry my hamburger and taters together. Put a little bit of onion in there. Oh, Brenda, I ain't never tried that. Baked sweet tater with butter and salt and pepper. All right, Gloria, honey. Thank you for stopping in. We love you and miss you.
Yes.
We should have got her to hit the link. We need to go on earlier so you can come in on the link and sit and talk to us, girl.
Yeah. I love hearing her tell stories.
Oh, yeah, Shaky. Sweet tater pie. Glenn don't like that either, but
No.
I love it. Sweet tater anything I love. I just ain't never tried them with butter, salt, and pepper. To me, that's a sweet thing.
Don't like sweet potato pie, but now, boy, I used to sit down and eat a whole pumpkin pie in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. Now, there's rabbit. That's good. Butter and honey.
I just run them both, the butter and the honey.
No.
Yeah.
I think he's making fun of the way I said onion.
I had a nephew when he was little. It took me a long time to figure out what he was talking about.
Well, onion.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Do you remember what he would call them? Won't make some of them youngins.
Oh, yeah. I started to say youngins, and then I thought, no, that ain't what he said. Yeah, cinnamon on the sweet taters are good too.
Now, Margie,
Michelle said,
butter and cinnamon on toast is really good.
yes, Ron, the sweet tater casserole with pecans, and they usually put marshmallows on them here. I don't know if y'all do or not, but that's the best ever. Michelle said, my birthday always a pumpkin pie, not a cake. My mama one time made this cake, or pie. I don't see if y'all have ever done it, but the woman told her that they use cornflakes. It was a pecan.
Yeah, pecan.
But it wasn't. You know how pecans just really, really sweet and just pop sweat out on your forehead? As much as I love sweets, pecan pie is just really sweet to me. But it took away a lot of the sweetness. It was still good and still sweet, but it wasn't the overbearing sweet. Have any of y'all ever made a pecan pie with cornflakes? If you have, I need the recipe.
Rocky, I think I remember seeing that Cajun cook on PBS.
Yeah, he would say it. What was it he was famous for saying? Y'all help me out. He always said this one phrase.
Rocky saying something there about he always said need a little
onion. Where they had been picking apples, she thought they. That's funny. Red said her 3-year-old great niece picked her sister's tomatoes before they were done because before they had been picking apples and she thought there's apples too. Oh, man. Judy says pecan pie is her favorite. Have y'all tried the water from Walmart? It's called Clear American, but they've got Fuji apple water, and that is the best water. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I like watching them cook too. He's saying Justin Wilson. There was a thing that he used to always say, because I said it for a long time and now I can't remember what it was.
I can't neither.
Red said her sister tried to tell her they weren't apples. The little one got mad and insisted they were apples. Well, I hadn't been drinking them very long, and I don't drink that much of them, but every once in a while I'll get them just because I want some flavored water. And I had been getting strawberry, which I really like, but the Fuji apple, oh my gosh, that's good.
Yeah, I drink it only from the faucet. Most time just from here because I know where our water's coming from back there out that spring.
Yeah, that's some good water. Rocky said, yep, that's him. Justin Wilson. Gosh, I wish I could remember what I was thinking of that he used to always say. I'll think about it and never get off of here.
Yeah, because you remember I used to tell you about driving up and down through there and you'd hear them Cajun. A lot of them places saying it, but I can't. That Cajun truck driver that was leased on that company with us, he always talked or said that too.
I didn't get to see that time, did you?
Yeah. Well, you tell Michael we said hello.
Yes. Michael's a sweet feller, guys.
We're going to have to get him started doing these YouTube videos.
No doubt. I ain't never had. Now, I've drunk aloe vera before, but I didn't know you're supposed to put it in water. Remember, we drank that jug of aloe? That was some nose plugging stuff to drink that straight aloe vera, but we did it. Oh, heck.
Now, Rayan,
the Cajun Polish man who was
that's a little mixed up there now.
What are you saying, yuck, about Michelle? The aloe vera stuff? I know.
It was pretty yuck.
Whenever we was first diagnosed with diabetes and stuff, because we got diagnosed, he had it for what, maybe 3-4 months before I did? Maybe 6. I mean, it was real close.
Yeah.
But
well,
we got the apple cider vinegar with Mother, and I just turn it up and take me a big old swallow and not breathe. And Glenn says, I can't do that. That stuff would take your breath away.
I finally figured it out, though, didn't I? She'd start grabbing the bottle. That's too much. I turned it up and what took about 4 big swallows that night.
Uh-huh.
God, you could smell that stuff for 3 or 4 days.
Rocky said he'd always say how y'all are. No, there was something that he used to say. It was something to do with his cooking or I can't remember, but that's not it. Because I used to say it all the time whenever I'd watch him. And it's been a long time ago. It is, Brenda. Aloe vera is good for a lot of stuff. And Susan, my uncle went and brought some pinto bean pecan pie to a reunion, and I ate it before, and that's some good stuff. You would never know it was pinto beans in there, never.
Well, hey, Danny and Gray.
Oh, hey.
What is that?
Grace.
Grace. Sorry about the butchering your name there, but my mind goes off.
It goes faster than his lips does, and by the time he gets started on the other, he's done forgot.
It's something, I don't know what, but we're glad you stopped by and talked to us a while.
Now, I bet that would be good, Judy. Aloe water with mango in it. I love mango. Ain't nothing more scarier than a hungry Cajun with a knife and a fork. Rhonda said she drank it to cure ulcer, but Red was saying the Cajun cook would say that ain't nothing more scarier than a hungry Cajun with a knife and fork.
I've heard that. I can't remember if that's one that he said or what.
That's not what I'm thinking of, but I know he said it. Ooh, I'll have to try that, Margie. I am Cajun and things aren't good to get too hungry. No, I get the new phrase, hangry. If I get really hungry, I gotta go get something to eat or I'm gonna start getting ill.
Now you're starting to figure out what I've told you for years. I tell her that I'm about to starve. Well, all right, I'll fix something here in a minute.
Well, I've always been the type, if I didn't get up and eat as soon as I got up, I could go all day long and eat one meal and I was fine.
Well, that's all I want to eat every day.
Yeah, one meal all day long.
That's
every time
right.
you turn around, you're hungry. But he just, I mean, sometimes I'm just like, I don't see how in the world you eat what you eat and stay the size you are. If I ate as much as he did, I would weigh over 300 pounds.
You ain't more than I do anymore.
I do not.
Yeah.
Red said she don't get hungry. She gets more goofier.
I get angry when I get to a certain point.
Oh, did you like it, Danny? Danny said he done Streamlabs last week on some NASCAR.
He meant StreamYard.
Yeah, I figured that,
He's got it down there. It's StreamYard, I mean.
Oh, okay. Did you have fun? And it's not that hard after you use it.
Well, I put a link up there.
That's it. I guarantee. That's it. I guarantee it.
Shaky done went and Googled it. But I'll put a link up here if anybody wants to join in.
But that's what it was. It was always, I guarantee it. I'd say that all the time. Rhonda says, Glenn, I eat all day too. One meal all day.
I get up and I want to start eating and I quit when I go to bed.
And I don't.
And sometimes I have to get up and eat a little bit more and go back to bed.
When I worked at Wendy's and the bank, now I'd fix Alan something for him to go to school with, but I never would. And most of the time he wasn't home during that time. But I would never eat breakfast when I worked at the bank. And then I got to doing fast food, and it was always between 10 and 12 o'clock before I ate breakfast. And I was good till supper. And I'm still that way. I don't never start getting hungry before between 10 and 12. Most time it's even after that before I get hungry.
Here lately, you getting on down to about 2 and 3.
I don't get hungry. As long as I don't get up and start eating as soon as I get up, I don't get hungry. I don't know why I don't.
I wake up hungry. I don't have to get up and get hungry. I wake up hungry. Like you said, he watched him after school.
But that was it. Because I always loved the way he would always say that. I guarantee
it. I hear you, Brenda.
Oh my gosh, Red. I'm mad at Red.
Oh.
I've been wanting some gravy and biscuits for I don't know how long. I love me some gravy and biscuits. Ain't nothing like good old Southern gravy biscuits, bacon and eggs, or sausage and eggs.
I just took good old sausage gravy, pretty darn good.
Uh-huh.
Some sausage gravy and a biscuit, pour it over, works out real good.
It does.
I'd be satisfied every morning.
We had BLMs for supper tonight. Brenda said she had a sign in her kitchen that says, I always cook with wine, sometimes even put it in the food.
That's what I told her there a while ago.
Oh, I didn't hear, sorry.
Oh.
But Michelle said Rob wants a pill he can take at night that will burn fat away. Go to, oh gosh, what is it? Motivational Doctor. He does YouTube, and I'm telling you, the guy has all sorts of all natural stuff that you can mix with water, ginger being the main thing, and lemon. But he's got a lot of stuff for weight loss, healing your gut, and all sorts of stuff. Check him out. I found out today there's stuff I could actually do for my back, and I tried it. But I need to get the bed up a little higher, I think, for it to work good.
Brenda, I think breakfast's good anytime.
Ain't no lie. Breakfast. Well, there ain't but very few things I like for breakfast. One is, look.
Oh, my God. Danny, thank you for dropping in there and everything. I hope you get to come back soon, and let me know when you're doing another live, and I'll try to pop in on it.
Yeah, he can talk sign down.
Well, people.
But the Wickeshire, we are so glad you're in here.
Yes.
Billy said, much love. Oh, I miss everyone here. We're moving soon. A few weeks, we'll begin taping again.
Billy or Sharon, whichever one it is on here, I'd like to get to talk to you here for long. Hint, meaning call me. I got some questions I want to ask.
Yeah, we need to. Hey, Shake.
It was great.
How's them eyes doing?
A lot better.
I just couldn't imagine. I know they'd have to burn.
Which I think, if that's Billy, I think he needs to.
They're fighting behind me.
Because I heard it.
That's Oreo and Cheetos on the other side. They're fighting with a blanket and a green screen between them.
That's funny. Look!
Billy, you could pop up here and tell everybody howdy.
Yeah.
Billy. I recognize the name, Billy.
It's been a while since we've seen him, ain't it?
Yeah, it's familiar.
Uh-huh.
I'm so glad you called us live tonight, Rhonda. We've missed you, girl. And yes, everybody remember Jesus loves you. Brenda says, cat fight!
Never a dull moment around here.
Michelle said we love us some, Billy. We sure do. Billy and Sharon and Bella and Nathan.
Well, man, you go ahead and put your shirt on.
Oh, wait a minute. It's 10 o'clock.
It's
It's 10 o'clock. He's first got to get permission because she's in bed. He can't disturb her.
Well, some of us need, which Sharon don't need no beauty sleep because she's beautiful anyway, but some of us need some beauty sleep.
I don't need none either.
Oh, you done passed help.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I was born that way.
Right, Glenn?
What's that?
I said, I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Yeah.
Michelle, it's called Motivational Doctor, if I'm not mistaken. That's all it is, or Motivational Doc. And he's got a lot of good stuff. I mean, a lot of good stuff on his channel. He even goes live sometimes, and you can ask him questions, and he seems very knowledgeable about a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of just DIY cures that you can get from the grocery store to help with different things. Shaky, maybe he'd tell you not to put some flea stuff in your eyes.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. She put flea stuff on the dogs, and I was petting the dog, and then I rubbed my eye for some reason, and then poof, and then rubbing the other eye, poof. But it's better.
You know, that's something that Corky, he absolutely hated. He would sit and shake and whimper and cry, and I got before I wouldn't even put it on him. I'd just give him a bath ever so often. Which his hair was so thick, it was hard for fleas to get through that mess anyway. All right, Michelle, I will. Because I know I was going through looking at some TikTok.
Well, can y'all believe it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh,
You miss me, Billy?
I do. I miss everybody. So do you guys want an update on what's going
Not
on?
really. No, you just can go ahead.
All right. So we got the land in Tennessee. We purchased that. We own it. It's fully unrestricted. Like, I can build a nuclear power plant on there. Just thinking of doing it, powering the whole place, making some money. But
Yeah.
we talked to the Amish. I told Sharon, we'll squeeze in with the money. We'll get a 14 by 24. That's a cabin, you know. We'll make it work. And then I talked to the shed company. I told them I'm a YouTuber. We're a fresh new channel. We got about 500 subs. People like us, I think. Some is. And they were like, okay. They're like, you do realize this is a shed? I'm like, yes. But I said, you do realize I'm a YouTuber doing a shed to home? They said, okay, as long as you clarify that this is a shed and not a house. I'm like, sure. My subscribers know what's going on.
So it's a shed when you bring it to me, but it's going to be a house when I'm done.
Yeah. So it's not. The Amish are building it thicker. You know, instead of 6-inch floors and 2x3 sides like a normal shed, these are 2x4 standard, and they're 2x8 on the floor. And then they strengthen everything for us. So I was like, can you insulate the roof? They're like, yeah, we'll put the foam insulation with the double backing. I think like shiny flashing on that. I'm like, okay, that'll keep the heat out and keep the cold in, or keep the heat in and keep the cold out. And then they said, we'll give you a double door. I said, oh yeah, I'd like a set of French doors. They're like, they're shed doors. I was like, no, I would like a set of French doors. They're like, we don't build those by hand. I'm like, it's the Amish. I'm like, oh, okay. It's just, they're like, you can replace them on your own good time. I said, okay, I can do that. We positioned all the windows. We shifted the front door and the 2 windows to where the kitchen's going to be going over. We'll show you guys all that stuff. And then tomorrow, we're actually going to drive it almost 400 miles. We're going down to Tennessee. I'm going to film some of that. And how they get air conditioning in the truck. Yay! I want to make sure Nick cleared the land. So we gave him $400. You know, like, here's $400. He brought down a $100,000 machine. I guess they call it a forestry mulcher. You guys have ever seen those at work? They got a big chain or teeth, big bar, and then like a big bar up top, and that thing spins.
Yeah, they use it for doing power lines.
Yeah, and they just rip down the trees and stuff. He won't touch anything as thick as bigger than my head. So nothing 8 inches or wider. He doesn't want to damage his machine. He's like, you're only giving me $400. He's like, he goes, I'll save the trees that I think are worth it. He left some oak and maple trees up, or oak trees. He goes, Billy, it would be a sin for me to cut those down. They're worth so much money. Why don't you hire a guy to come collect them and get a check for them? I was like, are they in the way? He goes, no. He goes, go get the trailer in there. So instead of a what did I say? Instead of a 14 by 28, they're allowing us to have a 14 by 40. So we're getting 14 by 40. I said, oh, I'll take a 16 by 48. And they're like, we don't make them that big. They won't fit on our truck and trailer. So I said, well, how big can you make them? They said 14 by 40. I said, we'll take it. The payments on the 14 by 28 were like $375, and the payment on the 14 by 40 is like $409. What? Yeah, give me the big one.
Yeah.
So, that's what we're doing. So Nick cleared the land. We own it. The Amish have already had 2 weeks of building it. They got the floor and the walls up. They're working on the ceiling, the windows, the doors. They got to cut all that stuff out. They build a box and then they cut into it. That way they don't waste wood, even though they're wasting wood by cutting it all out. Anyways, they removed all the shed windows. We're getting double pane. They said, we have those in stock. I said, yeah, I would like some double pane windows. I don't want those little cheesy, bird flies into it, cracks the glass kind of window. So they're giving us double pane windows. They're giving the biggest they have. I think they're 24 by 36. So 24 by 36 windows. Or they're
Brenda.
24 by 36. I don't know. But
Hang
we're
on
getting
just a
big
second,
windows.
Billy. Brenda, it's not my birthday. It's my dad's birthday.
But we'll give him $20
Yeah.
from you if you want us to.
Yep.
He
I can
turned
do that.
87 today.
86.
86. I'm sorry. I'm a year off either way today.
I don't remember I can't wait to get rid of all this stuff, you know what I mean, and have a real YouTube studio. So
Hey, Billy, how many people in your family?
just technically there's 6, but that's technical. 2 of the daughters don't live with us. They're older. They're married.
Well, so I mean, how many actually live? How many live with you now? How
4.
many?
We got 4 with us.
All right.
So
Well, there's 3 of us, me and my wife and my 23-year-old son, and we live in a 12 by 48.
Yeah, for me that's
So
a little.
it's only 8 feet smaller.
Yeah, but
Hey,
I don't.
Granny.
The length is plenty big. It's the width. I want it at 16 because I could.
Well,
do
you can
more
always
with it.
add on. You can add a room on here. You can add a room out to the side here and there, whatever you need to do. You can make it work.
We lived in a 75-foot by 12 before in Chelmsford, and it was too thin. 12 was just too thin for us. I could touch the walls almost, and with my feet and my toes stretched out. But the 14 is appreciated. That's 2 extra.
Thank you,
feet.
Mark.
No, I'm saying that's plenty of room there. So that's good for 4
You
people.
base
You
it
should have
up
a
for
good
us.
amount of room.
Yes.
So there's the camera, and there's shaky. So if I do this, I'm looking down here, and then there's the camera. I hate. I got to get set up for it. I got to get myself a tripod that sits in the middle of the TV. That way, I'm always looking at the camera, like I'm paying attention, like I know what I'm doing.
That's the reason
ours
I've
is
got the
down.
camera down below the screen, the monitor now. So that way, as I'm looking down at the monitor, it looks like I'm looking more at the camera.
Hello,
And I don't like
Howdy,
the width
Papa.
of this camera. This camera's too wide. It's just, what can I do? Can I move it down some? I don't know.
Well, now, Billy, there's people that's willing to come and help you do some stuff whenever you get ready and to that point. So all you got to do is ask.
What part of Tennessee?
We're way out west in Holiday. Like-
Wow.
Brenton County. It's way out there.
Yeah, he went the
Benton?
wrong way.
Benton. Now you can see my nose hairs, right? Win.
I think I
Yeah,
got some needle nose pliers laying here, Summers.
Sharon, can I turn them up a little bit? I'm going deaf. Me and my old age going deaf. So just for one night.
Papa Rock. Hello, Sharon.
I know, but
We
tomorrow
love
Saturday.
you.
Hello, Rusty, Grandma, Pepper. Hello, Dad.
Papa Rock wants to know where's his hammer at, Billy.
I'm going to bed. Do you want headphones?
I'm still going to be talking, Sharon. You don't want me on. Yeah, I get you guys are on so late. Really?
Yeah,
What's going
tell
on?
her we're sorry.
My life. It's just my life. Oh, did you guys know I ripped my pig bit my toenail off? My big toe. Oh yeah, delicious. It looked great a couple weeks ago. It was all bloody and chunky looking, and now it looks okay.
That stuff hurts, don't it?
No, didn't hurt.
It
He
did on mine.
so I'm joking. Did he bite it off physically? No. He hit the door, and I was in my bare feet because, I'm a dumbass. I don't put boots on, and I should. So I had my toenail facing the door, and the door's pretty high up. He hit the door with his head at 125 pounds, and the door caught my nail and flipped it straight up.
Ooh.
Bent it back, and I was like,
Oh,
I can't fix that. There's no fixing that. So I'm trying to pull it. It's real sore. I'm like, I can't even pull it off. So for a whole week, it was sticking up, and I'm showing everybody. Then what felt better is I got Band-Aids, and I bent it all the way back, and it felt pressure. I bent it back, and
that hurts.
That way. And I put a sock over it and jammed my foot in a boot. I forgot to completely wrap it up. The whole boot's full of blood. It reminds me of April, huh? Yeah. And then about 2 weeks later, I'm in the shower soaking, and the skin softened up, and I stayed in the shower like half hour till, and then it was like, and I peeled it off, and I was like, oh, thank God that thing's off. Disgusting. Sorry, everybody. TMI, but that's my life. I'm an open book.
It's part of life.
Yep, especially.
All right, so do you guys want to know some prices? She goes,
yeah.
No. I'm going to estimate and round them up, round them down, whatever. The land cost us $4,000, said and paid for, and the shed to home cost us $13,000.
How much land is it?
It's about just under a half an acre, about 0.4. So it's 80 foot wide and it's 200 feet long. But there's nobody around us. Like the lot next to us is empty. The lot behind us, no one can live there. It's a hill that goes down. The lot in front of us, well, it doesn't matter because there's a 40-foot road in front of us. And like I said, we're the furthest on the end of the street. They're calling it a dead end. There's real estate that is owned, hundreds and hundreds of acres, is owned by somebody that's in I forget what they call it. It's in a real estate bond or something. It can't be built on. But she's like, I just got this a couple days ago. I was like, let's go take a look at it. It was the first one she showed us. Her name was Sherry. And so we get there, and it's flat, and then as you get towards the back, it starts to dip down. I was like, well, I ain't going to live there. I'll put the vining field back there and let the pumpkins grow down as it slopes. But the top was great. It was all flat. I mean, my land is not perfectly flat. It's slightly beveled. That means the water runs out. So that's great for us. No, we don't have mud. So the house cost us $13,000. The land cost us $4,000. My solar cost me about $5,000, maybe under that. So for less than $25,000, I set out what I wanted to do: have a brand new house, fully off grid, run by solar, rainwater system, fully insulated, and producing food. Will it work? We're gonna see next year. Well, in a couple of months. So
with
the
all
name's
of that,
right there. Look, Unleashed.
Is that a part of Tennessee that doesn't get much snow? I know, like down there, Cleveland and all, they don't get a lot of snow in Cleveland, Tennessee. So I'm wondering if that's
we'll get a dusting, a couple inches here and there at the worst for a few days, and then it's 60, 70 degrees all winter.
Yeah, the weather's not bad there.
Not bad. You get a greenhouse.
That's cool.
All year.
Cool.
So,
with all of that uninhabited land, you might have a Bigfoot friend that y'all get to meet.
Bigfoot friend?
Yeah.
Somebody I don't know? What?
Yeah, watch out for Shaky. If you holler Bigfoot, he'll always be there.
You never know.
Yeah, you'll be in the bed and hear whoop whoop.
There's at least there's got to be about 100 plots down there that are fully unrestricted. They call them treehouse plots, and I don't like them. In other words, there's maybe off the road there's like 5 to 10 feet of some kind of road frontage, and then the rest of it goes it just goes off the cliff. So you really got to put like these big poles and have your house up on poles. It's too much. You need to hire a contractor for that kind of thing. I got one that was flat, and she's like, it's flat, and it's only $4,000. I said, I'll take it. She showed me. She showed me.
One beside of you, is it flat too, or is it the hill?
Yeah, they're flat, the ones, but they're not for sale. They don't sell. When they sell you a plot of land, they leave a space. They leave a plot between you and your neighbor because they know you guys don't want to be that close to each other. But 50 years from now, that plot might sell. They might just be hard up and be like, nah, we're going to sell it. And then someone has to say, do I want to live next to Peppa the pig and a bunch of chickens and quail or whatever you call them, guinea hen screaming, and this nut job out there naked showering. So we want to see that every day. So,
good night, Brenda. Thank you for stopping in. We love you, lady.
Yeah,
that just convinced me to stay in West Virginia.
Well, the reason I was asking, I didn't know if maybe later they was going to let, if you had an option later to buy the lot beside of you or something.
I would just buy it, not build on it, and just keep the trees.
Well,
That's how I got lucky.
If they give you that option.
Yeah, that's how I got lucky. The lot I originally bought this 5 acres I'm on, and then the lot beside me came up for sale, and the guy actually did a rent, not a rent home, but owner finance for me.
For sale by owner, yeah.
Yeah, and I worked the deal out with him, so I got that lot down there for it's 5.77 acres, so altogether I got 10.77.
That's listen, half an acre is plenty for us as long as there's nobody around us.
I just like for hunting space or.
Yeah, this we got 30 acres up here, and we don't even use more than 2 or 3 of it. It's just all for like show, like, oh, we got 30 acres. Like, really, we got like 4 acres that we kind of use, and it's mostly just to keep the lawn cut.
I thought maybe you might buy the lot beside of you so somebody could come out and put a camper in to visit you.
Huh. It takes money.
Put a 10 by 10 guest house shed on that one.
We got our tax return back, so I was like, she goes, don't say how much, but it allowed me to do a lot of things. It's a lot of money, so I don't know. They could probably figure it out. A year's worth of work and having 2 kids, you get a lot back, especially having the kids. Kids are worth big money. Woo, throwing things at me, lady. Put up your dukes. I wouldn't fight her. She's vicious.
Fred wants to know how you're going to move your pigs and chickens. I think it's what she said.
Am I going to move with my animals? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Pepper, and I don't love Pepper, but I love him because he's my potbelly pig. But he's like a dog, So I don't know. We're going to take him. I can't kill him. Butcher him. This is why you don't name farm animals, because I don't want to butcher him. He's like family.
Says who?
Yeah, I named my food.
Hey, Billy.
Yeah.
September the 1st, ain't it?
Yeah.
So I think it's September the 1st.
September.
Brown Bull's going to the freezer camp.
Going to the grinder.
Your buddy.
And he still talks to me, and I look at him and I think.
I'm sitting there thinking,
You can't name him.
Brownie's my steak man.
I'm sitting there thinking that's going to be awful good on top of some charcoal.
But I went down there today, and Brown Bull was.
Rusty, I have everybody's gavels. I have them all. I've just been in such a rut. You got to understand, my mind's been in a blender. You got to know how it feels to be told, get out. We're not doing this anymore, and my heart is crushed. Being autistic, I take things very literal, very hard, and I don't show my emotion, but I'm devastated by it. So I kicked into I got to get this done mode. Even though we were looking at those properties before, I'm like, they're like 400 miles away. They really. So if we wanted to come and visit, Glenn and April, we have to dedicate 10 to 11 hours. It's like driving from where we live to Florida. It's 6 hours, and then plus another 3, plus gassing up 2 or 3 times. It's going to add on an hour. It's 10 hours of driving.
Yep.
Peekaboo.
What?
Hey, Glenn.
Behind you.
What's on your
September 1st is
how do you get
Rusty's
toilet paper
birthday.
on your head?
Hey, Nathan.
Look, turn that way. How do you see the toilet paper on his head?
You try to be like Daddy. He's a poop head.
Did you see Rusty Pepper?
But yeah, once I'm settled in, I'll be able to like get my head together and be able to start doing my growing again and start filming and doing all the fun stuff.
Without Rusty Chicken?
Yeah, Rusty the chicken died a while ago. I don't want to talk about that. I love that chicken.
We're hoping y'all gonna get to swing back around before y'all move way across the country.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Wait a minute. You had a chicken named Rusty. You have a pig named Pepper. Am I missing something here?
Hey, he also made a hammer for her.
Who's that guy named with his blue shirt?
You
This-
need
Huh? That's right there. That's my brother.
He'll probably be in Tennessee.
That's my brother from another mother. That's
to
Shaky.
tell him so he can be clean.
Billy,
Ooh, calling you out by your name.
they're having a YouTube meetup
When?
in Mount Airy.
He's listening. He's
No, no.
leaning. Oh, I'm
October.
gonna tell you a knock joke.
You can say it through the
No, no.
17th or 14th
There.
or 18th
Who's there?
Wait.
or 12th through the
toilet.
16th.
A toilet cloud, whatever. Get out of here. All right, go watch TV. A toilet cloud. He's got nothing for you. I don't
The
know.
toilet paper on the head.
I have no clue how that one's gonna
That's the
end.
toilet paper on the head. That's the toilet cloud.
All right, so I got something in my lungs, and I know how it happened, and it's a freak accident. My coffee cup draws in little black flies. And so as I'm drinking, I pull my face back because something's flying around in my cup, and I was like, oh, gross. Right, trying to blow them out. And then I sniff in my nose, and I suck them up into the back of my, I don't know what you call that back there, where your nose goes way in back.
Back your nasal passages.
Yeah, the fly got stuck in there, and he was rotting in my nasal passages for 2 or 3 days. And my whole face, my body's reacting to it like there's a foreign object. So then my lung and my throat get sore, and I go to sleep, and I wake up, I'm almost dead. Everyone block your ears. I had the biggest, chunkiest chest congestion. It was like giving birth. I was like, whoa! My body got rid of whatever was in there, drained it down into the back of my throat, and it came up when I woke up.
Big old oyster.
Yeah. Oh, it was. I was gagging and trying to breathe, trying to get it out. It was so. I'm sorry, people, but it was disgusting. It was like a bucket of slime. Just, when you get something so big out of your lungs, you could just feel it coming up your throat. You're like, trying to get it out. I sounded like I was dying. Yeah, I didn't want to sniff it in.
Mount Hakalugi.
It had to come out. I didn't want to swallow that thing. I was like, I was trying to get it all in one piece. I was sucking in and blowing up and just trying to get it out. Yeah,
Well,
listen, that's the rule. Don't inhale a little tiny black fly into your nasal passage. It is the
Michelle said
worst.
that's funny, but not funny. Sniffing
I
ants.
know. I'm
Billy
still
the-
every day.
Billy the fly snorter.
I'm trying to cough it up every day. My lungs still think I'm sick.
Did
Come
you hear
out.
Glenn about the YouTube meetup at Mount Airy, Billy?
Where?
Mount Airy.
Where's that?
It's-
What state?
It's about 30
You know when you
minutes from
come-
here.
You know when you come down 77,
You went by
when you
Mount
come into
Airy.
North Carolina,
Yep.
you was coming right through Mount Airy right then.
Right there.
Yeah.
Who's hosting? Who's
Andy and Barney.
Andy and Barney?
Barney Fife, Andy Griffith.
Remember, I'm very literal, so. Oh, is it raining?
I'm
UT
not-
Heritage has something to do with it.
Yeah, MB Heritage knows more about it than what I do. I just know they're having a YouTube meetup over there in October. I'm thinking it's 13th through the 17th.
Is what I think. too.
Again, I would
want-
love to, but
But
I
I
don't
don't-
want to happen for me.
I
I
want to come
started,
down there just to eat at the loaded goat.
you are
You'd
too.
like it.
We went back over the other weekend and eat again.
So for us, it's family first, and that house comes first. So we just got to get in. We got to pack up, move, go, and get in
Cool.
there as soon as they're ready. So that's
Oh,
my
yeah.
main concern. The whole meetup's like, whatever, have fun.
Well, like I
Yeah.
said, I hope we get
Yep.
back together at least one more time before you
One
go,
more time,
because
yeah.
I know that's going to be a long ways to travel, and I'm hoping that maybe, once or twice a year we can kind of do something. Even if we have to leave, drive that way, and y'all drive this way, and meet up there somewhere about halfway.
Well, the hard part for you is you got animals, and who's going to watch them? You know what I mean? You got to feed them milk, and it's almost impossible unless you've got someone that'll dedicate at least one day.
I can probably get somebody to help me out a day. That's why I say if nothing else, we'll drive halfway each way. At least get to spend a few hours and have a meal or something.
When
So
do you
I
plan
met-
on being moving by?
When do we think we'll be moving? Probably within the next 5 weeks, 5-6 weeks.
So within the next month. You want to be there in October.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm done. I just want to be in my barren house, sitting on our bed. Just
I'd rather be in a barren house than here.
Sharon can't wait to do.
I hear.
She's done. You know, just there's only so much.
You
Stress.
can't blame her.
Like
You can't
I said,
blame her.
you need
We
help.
put
Who wants
every-
the stress? She wants what's
Really?
hers. She wants her own place, her own thing. Let her have her own,
Wouldn't
own
want-
thing.
Yep.
When I decided to come and do this, I was kind of iffy on it. I was like, I got to share ideas. I got to go halfway. It's 50-50 and things have to be agreed upon. And it didn't.
No.
You know, when I came here, I wanted to build my house so I have a place to live instead of sharing and co-op. And then that was the problem. I got loud kids. We're messy, you know, and he's very clean and he's very quiet. So it just not working. It's just not working. But once we move, that's the end. We don't want to hear anything about this. This is done.
Yeah. She
We
can
got a project unleashed and we're good.
she can go around her yard and put no trespassing signs on all corners at each end, and she can do her thing.
Mm-hmm.
About that, in one of the totes, we have 2 signs that say no trespass, private property. I said, you want one? She goes, I want 2 of those. So we posted
Get 6 of them.
But around us,
yeah,
Put
I'm
one on
gonna
every tree.
have the no hunting signs around our property because I don't need anyone firing guns around us. Not that anybody hunts there. They don't. It's more like you live
Yeah,
there.
well,
Place.
there's a lake,
Oh, we
if
got a
it's
lake.
congested, and you got your kids, you don't need that.
and we have water.
Yeah. The fire department down the street has a tap, just big one. You know what those? You open and close them tap. It's got a little. Yeah, they got one of those. So we tried it. The water is ice cold. I was like, oh, this is great. We filled up a little plastic bottle. It was like cold and sweaty on the outside. So yeah, anytime that we think the rainwater system isn't doing well, we can go down there and put some totes in the back of the truck, and we can fill up 6 55-gallon barrels, or maybe I'll buy one 300-gallon ICB tote, fill that up to the top, and then pump it into the system just to have water for drinking and showering. So
I
Are
seen
you-
I
I'm sorry,
seen one
Glenn.
today for $100, brand new one.
what's that?
Food grade. The 300-gallon tote. Supposed to be
Where?
brand new.
Where?
It was here somewhere close. I'll try to look and see if I can find it again. Do you? Is that what you're looking for?
Yes and no.
Are you on a hill? Did you say it's the property on a hill?
It's flat, but behind so from east to west, from the road is on the east side, I guess, of the camera. If you do it this way, the road is here on the east. As you go west across our property, it starts to get to the end, and then it starts to slope, and then it
Well,
drops.
you can always just get a trailer, and get a food grade tote, fill the damn thing up, and get a little water pump hook up to your electric when you get your thing, and just
We got all that. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm saying you can put running water in there pretty easy, without having to dig a well.
Up in the barn, I've got a generator. I've got the water pumps. I've got the lines. I've got the propane tanks. I've got the heaters. I got so much stuff that I can finally put to use. It's just been sitting up there
Well,
collecting dust.
hello, Tony.
And my moped. My moped. Gotta get my moped right.
Okay.
I love that thing. Whee!
Will it go over a dirt road?
Yeah, it'll drive a dirt road, Sharon. Doesn't like dirt, but it'll drive.
Now, are you close to stores and stuff? Are you close to a town?
Camden. Camden's wonderful. It's about what? Camden's about what? 20 minutes, half hour?
Half hour.
20 minutes, half hour.
Yeah, that's how far I am from the stores.
There's a drive-in. They've got, you name the store. AutoZone,
I
Walmart,
got that kind, but I got food.
McDonald's. Yeah, all that stuff's there. Dollar General, all that stuff's there.
Yeah,
so.
we got we go about 20 minutes, a half hour to get to McDonald's and the Dollar General and the food line. But then if you want to go to Walmart, we got to go about 45 minutes to an hour away.
That's out there. Yeah, that's out there.
Yeah,
But that's
but,
cool though.
Yeah.
Red said that Sharon could tell people to kiss her grass now.
You got to grow some first.
Oh,
Hey, so we didn't know. Like, I walked through just the road. I didn't go into the property. I walked the road, and I came back to the truck, and I looked at my socks. They were red little, I don't know what they were, all over. I'm like, oh, baby ticks are all over me. I think they're chiggers, little red chiggers all over the place.
Well,
And I was like, oh, man,
remember,
I'm not good with chiggers, and I'm not good with ticks. And it doesn't matter if one or the other. We can't have them.
Well, we got
well, we got that problem solving thing for you down here waiting on you when you get ready for it.
Yep.
But But once they clear the land, because all the hot sunlight is beating on the dirt, all those bugs just take off. They don't want to be there.
Did you just make a video about this?
I made a video when we picked out the land when Sherry.
Maybe that's the one I watched. Then maybe that's the one I watched.
She was marking. She was just marking.
Yeah. I did watch that video.
Yeah.
It did. I couldn't show much, I was like, here's some trees. It looked like I could have been in the backyard, walking around going, here's some trees. Like, Sharon, change your voice, trying to sound like a Sherry.
She's got too much of a Boston accent for that. She couldn't
I know.
do that.
She can't pull that off. It's thick.
Nope, she can't.
Was that commercial? Your cousin from Boston.
Sharon's accent's a lot heavier than Billy's. A lot heavier.
I lived out in Colorado for a little while, so I got that Colorado sound to me. I say horse, she says horses.
She does.
Different.
She does.
Different.
I know that day whenever Tony and Chris and all them was here, Chris kept telling her, say this, say that. I love to hear you talk. Say this.
Most importantly, 35 minutes from us is a Dunkin' Donuts, and we will drive a half hour to go get a cold brew coffee. Oh, so good. And the woman worked there. She's older and she knows how to make it. We drank it. We went back and she goes, "There's something wrong." I was like, "This is the best damn coffee I ever had." I asked Dunkin', "Do you sell cold brew?" Don't lie to me. If you guys have ever watched the Crocker Pot, I will lose my shit over my coffee. So, and the places will lie. They put regular coffee, they add a ton of ice, and they water it down. And I smell it. It smells like coffee. Taste it. Tastes like water with sugar in it. I don't taste the coffee. This woman, it tastes like I was drinking liquid Oreo cookies. I was like, oh, so good.
Gosh.
I was like, this is. She's like, yeah, I made it fresh. She goes, I leveled it out, cold brewed it, let it sit in the fridge overnight. She goes, it should have a lot of essence to it. Great. Even if she
Billy
says,
said, "Give me a gallon."
yeah, even if she said, it's $20 a cup, I'm like, sell it to me.
Well, they sell it in the store in the bottle.
Good. Yeah, it was so good. The cold brew was so good there.
Yeah, they sell it in the store.
But I hate
Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm like, if you're not doing cold brew, if you're just doing iced coffee, it's a fast brew. It has a flavor of coffee. Like, just let me know that it's crap coffee and I won't buy it. I'll just go without, I'll just drink water. There's no, because I get my hopes up. I'm like, it's going to be like liquid Oreo cookies in a cup. I can't wait. I smell it like, what? There's nothing in there. Does it smell like coffee to you? No. Son of a bitch is lying to me.
Oh, man.
I miss making videos. I don't know if they're any good. I don't know, like people like watching them.
I miss the hummingbirds.
Yeah, they're moving in a month. They don't visit us as much. So.
Well, howdy, Hat Creek Homestead.
Desiree wants to know if you want to know what iced coffee is.
Coffee with ice in it.
I don't do cold coffee, so I don't know nothing about it.
Now, I don't know if that's a lot different than coffee that you brew and then it gets cold or what, but I know the coffee that you brew and then it gets cold, that stuff I can't handle.
The Wendy's here in Jonesville made it they come out with the new flavor of iced coffee and actually had special coffee. It was different from our hot coffee. And they quit selling it because we just didn't sell that much.
Desiree said it's hot coffee from the pot, poured over ice and sugar and cream.
Dunkin' used to sell drugs there. Yeah, it was called a maple bacon and pepper croissant with egg and cheese and bacon. Oh my God, I was like scratching at the door at 5 a.m. trying to get them to open the door. I was like, I need that. I'm gonna eat it. I got money.
Can see Billy standing out there.
Scratching at the door. Oh, she's like, it's a little spicy. It's got chipotle something on it, spice. I'm like, serve it up. I like hot stuff. I drink habanero on camera. I chug that stuff.
So, Billy's like the little kid. You know what Billy is? Billy's like that little kid on Salem's Lot at the window. Let me in. Let me in.
No, Shaky,
Let me in.
they were doing 2 for $5. I get 2 for $5. That's $2.50 a piece. They usually like $4.99, you know, and you're gonna give me an extra one. I'm scratching at the window. I want to be
Yeah,
first to
you're
run.
like a little vampire.
Yeah, I don't want to be there at
We're
like
buddies.
2 o'clock in the afternoon. They'll make one. They'll wrap it up and they'll put it in the refrigerator. And then when you want it, they microwave it. It's chewy, different. It's not the same. It's not that fresh, hot croissant. I did have a chance to go to a French bakery in Boston one time, and I ate one of their croissants. It would stop your heart. You would get cholesterol. The croissant was so flaky and buttery. Like, I've never had that before. They're like, these are real. I can't do a French accent. You silly French person from Boston. This is real. I don't know. And I ate it, and it was expensive. And I was like, these are fantastic. They're like, this is a real croissant. What you have is not. So I was like, went and tried a regular croissant, and ours are just really flaky and bready, like not good. These were like, you could wring the butter out of them. They were so thick and
That's what
they're
makes
like,
good
this
bread.
they said croissant is made with butter. I was like, I can tell. Ours are made with water and flour, and it's coated with butter. This is good. They said, no, we fold it in. It's folded. I was like, wow, it's so good. It's different.
Desiree said, do you remember their cheese bread sticks?
I don't remember the cheese breadsticks. I remember I forget what it's called. It's a bagel with cheese on it, on the top of it. It's a name for it.
A bagel with cream cheese.
No, there's no cream cheese. It's a bagel with cheese. Asabago. I can't pronounce it. Abag. Something. It was good.
About something. Desiree said she worked at Dunkin' for 8 years.
Jeez.
Yeah, but doing that, you learn to hate donuts and coffee.
Gotta make the donuts. Gotta make the donuts.
I
Gotta
don't
make the
think
donuts.
anybody could ever have donuts. I don't care. They're just too good.
Now, Dunkin's, I ain't never been that fond of, but now Krispy Kreme, Lord have mercy.
The fresh donuts in the morning.
Hot donuts. Warm donuts.
Hot donuts.
They come out.
They got their hot
they
donuts
rip it.
tipped out of the oven side.
Nobody
Right out the deep
understands.
fryer.
Yeah, like nobody gets it. Nobody understands it. Like, it ain't that good. It's just a donut. I was like, have you ever eaten one? Don't knock it till you try it. Don't eat Krispy Kreme.
Exactly.
Don't eat Krispy Kreme at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Get it at 6 a.m. when it comes rolling out the oven. Try to eat one and walk out. You know, can't do it. Like, I'll take 4 more to go. Thank you.
I used to take and put a dab of butter on mine and heat mine up after we bought them. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but the best is when you got them and heat them up just a little bit and put a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top.
You ever tried the donut burger?
Oh, yeah. No,
Listen,
I ain't going to.
She's going to bed. I just wanted to come on and say hi to Papa Rock specifically because I saw the title here. And I was cruising through YouTube before I went to bed.
No,
I got to get up early.
No.
That's
It's my
dad.
daddy's birthday today.
Yeah.
Papa.
Glenn's was like 2 weeks ago.
I'm lazy.
Yep. Papa Rocks was a few weeks
You see that, Billy? You see what they did to me at Glenn's birthday? Glenn's birthday, they brought me on. I popped up and then they left.
Our internet went out, so Shaky carried
The
on. He
whole
came out.
hour and a half they left, so they left me all alone for an hour and a half.
You just sit there going,
We had to go to.
We finally had to go to McDonald's and
to
get internet.
The stream.
I think they set me up, man. I'm telling
did
you.
you hold down the fort? Did you hold down the fort?
I don't know what I did.
Michelle was asking.
I think they lost subs that night.
I always feel guilty and bad when people subscribe to me. I was like, do you know what you're getting into? Like, seriously. Go watch the people
Look,
you like
people-
first. We
people
really
are
got
coming on the
nothing to
chat.
do.
Where's Glenn and April? Well, they lost their internet. They'll be back soon. Well, we'll come back later.
They finally told them
Okay.
they bought the farm.
And the YouTube
And the
channel
YouTube channel.
Two people showing in chat, you know. Lacey Akers went offline showing in chat and Shaky talking to himself. I'm fine with that, dude. I'm fine with that. As long as there's nobody watching what I'm saying or what I'm doing, I'm all right.
They at least could have had 2 people with us. I had somebody to talk to, but no, I was by myself.
I didn't have time to get nobody else up there.
Yep.
But Billy, you forgot something one night.
What is
on
that?
the night we was on that other live, and I said I didn't have no kids, and you wanted me to adopt you. You didn't warn me about all this stuff.
Oh,
I missed the whole
Now,
thing.
now you telling everybody how bad you are, you know.
listen. When I make videos, I say this may or may not have happened, and then I have to role play. Who wants to watch like tonight? We're planting green beans tonight, and petting my cat. And I'll be right back. Nobody wants to watch that, you know. So it's got to be a little, you know.
You left out your dog.
Yeah. Well, I married my dog. I'm tuned in, you know. I want to know what's going on. You know, I want to see the fights they have. You know,
You better watch talking like that, and you get moved.
oh, we're just so happy.
You
Guess
get
how much?
nowhere in the heart of that.
$460 to have the complete air conditioning removed and replaced. $400, $460. This is in the South. You can't do that in Boston. They would have charged me like $2,000. They would have kept it 4 days. They would have found 50 other things wrong with it that they said they looked at and had charges for the hours. Bunch of bullshit artists. But yeah, down here, Southern people, when it comes to mechanic, completely honest. It's like, yeah, your AC's out. We're gonna have to replace it. I'm gonna buy a kit. No, we're not gonna do the pulley. We're doing the whole thing. I was like, how much? He's like, $125. I was like, is that labor? He's like, yeah. I was like, is that for the first hour? No, I have to do the whole thing. I was like, okay, sign me up. Plus the parts. He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah.
Exactly. You'll have to
Get on
have
with it. And then he did it in 24 hours. You know, the next day we dropped it off.
Wow.
And the next day we picked it up in the morning. And I looked in to make sure everything was brand new. Everything was legit. It was all brand new. Sharon thinks it needs to be colder. I said you need to do the inside air. You know how you take outside air that's 80 degrees, try to cool it into the vehicle, but you can do the inside air, so it's cold. Going through the cold makes it colder.
No, so when you pass gas, it doesn't suck it back in and circulate it.
Circulate. Everybody can enjoy it for as long as it lasts. You know.
You get more fresh air.
Billy, I think Cat Creek was talking to you.
Hi, Don. Billy, if someone say you sure got a pretty mouth run, nah, I'll hook up. I was like, you
Dirty mouth.
You like this?
That was actually down in Georgia. That's where that movie was filmed.
Oh, man.
I'm good with most Southerners. Like for me, Lazy Acres was on the heavy side of a Southern accent for the use of terminology, the specific type of words they use to describe things, and how they cut words down. Instead of saying no, it's like nah. And it's really, but I got used to it from knowing them. It's the people from Appalachia. I can't do it. I don't speak twang.
Well, just remember, a poke is a shopping bag.
Mm-hmm.
A buggy is a shopping cart.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Coke is a pop. Coke.
A pop.
Is it Coke? No, it's.
Or just soda pop.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Or Coke is for everything. Coke could be RC, could be anything.
Yeah.
But you know Appalachian speak, like you know what I'm talking about. The fast the bus driver down the street talks. I go like this.
You sound like Boomhauer.
You're the ugliest son of a gun I ever seen from Boston, you stupid mother effer. I hate the kids.
Oh, man, what's wrong with my mind acting crazy like that, man? What's wrong with you, man? Come on, don't be all talking like that.
Yeah, Judy, it sounded like a banjo.
Cajun. That's almost like Cajun, isn't it?
It was just. And then there's a guy at the dump where we put the trash. He's Appalachian. He's like,
Well, I sure hope you put the trash in the dump.
Yeah, but everything's out. He talks out his nose. Like, close your mouth and it sounds like an angry fly.
Angry fly.
Right?
Yeah, whenever Billy and him was down here, told Nathan, I said, it's over yonder, and Billy had to explain what yonder was.
Yonder one means far away.
Just right down the road.
And Appalachian people don't give you directions. They give you the stick in the road, and the bump and the
Go
secondary.
down the
path.
roadaways to where the barn used to be and hang a right.
But they go down this road. But you don't go there yet. You got to go down this road first, and then you turn. But you don't turn there. I'm like, when the fuck do you turn? You got to go down and go straight and on the V. You know what a fork is in the road? No, it's a real fork. It's a big giant one. They built it. You go left, but you go right. But don't go left. Even though I told you to go left, go right. Because if you go left, you get stuck. I'm like, how do I go? Just tell me. Oh, just go straight. You'll be fine to the stop sign. Come on,
You go right. You going to Uncle Earl's.
Earls.
The one I used to like when they tell you, say, once you pass the old gray mule, you turn left.
Oh no!
Come to find out, what them people was talking about, that old gray mule stood there in the corner of the pasture all the time.
All the time, yeah.
All the time.
Dawn got the virus. She said, "Don't make me laugh. It hurts too much."
Oh no!
We hope you're okay, Dawn.
Yeah, we can't talk too much about pew pews and that C word because they demonetize and do bad.
You can't say that anymore either.
What?
The P word you just said, that has become one of their words now.
Yep.
In other words, you got to sit on here and keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Welcome to freedom of speech. None of this.
Right here.
Wikishire Project Unleashed.
Yeah.
You can monetize me. I will say what I want on there. I can't wait. It's a little bit of Crockapont and it's a little bit of Wikishire. It's only. I'm a family man now. I'm a family man, so I guess I'll be wearing a tie.
Ain't no different than a politician.
Change it over to Crockashire.
Yeah, swearing and wearing a tie.
I'm gonna let her go to bed. I just want to say hi to everybody. Glenn, I will call you. Well, we're leaving tomorrow early, so we're gonna be on the road driving and stuff. But
Warren, that's another word.
What, Sharon? Look at what?
The messages.
She sent you a message. Sharon messages.
Okay.
All righty. But when y'all get back, as soon as you get back and have a change, give me a call because there's some stuff I want to talk to you about, buddy.
Okay. We thought we'd be living in your barn for a little while.
Well, you'd be welcome.
Yeah. Anytime. If y'all want to come down and stay a few days to get away, you're more than welcome. Just let us know. We'll be having a party.
What? Go milk the goats. You can't stay here for free. Go milk the goats.
Only thing is, they're dried off right now, so you wouldn't want to do that.
We ain't having the milk right now, Billy.
The milk is not working?
No, the goats ain't giving milk right now.
And the cows dried off too now.
Hey, Billy.
Oh.
Billy, I see how they treat you. They ride around in the side-by-side, make you drive the old riding more.
Did you see me almost break that thing? Did you see how fat I got? I'm 248 pounds. I'm round.
That
I'm
poor
at my
lawnmower.
heaviest.
Yeah, he's sitting
like
there hollering, this
48.
thing needs more horsepower, and it's sitting there spinning the tires.
You're like, you got to lose weight, buddy. 248. Yeah, I was sitting on the lawnmower, and I was like, I got to get more gas. Glenn's like, you can't. In other words, I was too fat to be on it. The tires were spinning, and we weren't going anywhere. It was grounded out.
I said, no, you can't. The tires was spinning. I mean, it ain't going to do no good to give it gas.
It wasn't going forward. I had that thing sunk down in the dirt and the mud. So heavy.
That poor Moore.
Yeah, the lawnmower. I had the lawnmower gunned. I had it going straight.
Lawnmower abuse.
I thought I was going to have to come out there and stand on the back bumper so it'd have enough traction to pull it the White House up.
It had traction. I mean, but it was sunk down and we were just dragging. The bottom of the mower, the very bottom of the deck was scraping the dirt. The tires were mushroomed out.
He even took the hood off of
it. Dawn said, hey, Billy, the goat with one udder don't milk too good.
But it's smiling a lot.
One udder.
Well, he don't have to worry about that right now. We don't have one of them right now.
Well, we do, but he's little. Yeah.
Well,
you mean the one with the two? You mean it's got the one with the two udders and the one teeth?
Yeah.
Well, see, the one she's talking about don't have the two others no more.
Oh, it's a weather.
Yeah, rubber band.
Oh,
He
So you
got
have
make,
the rubber
make
band?
note. Do not come visit Glenn in April and spend the night.
not if you want
Girl.
to have kids.
You get the rubber band.
They're thick.
Yeah, we used to use those type of rubber bands for the lobster claws when we were catching them up.
Uh-huh.
Pull them out. Yeah, they used to band the claws together with them. Yeah, but I watched the whole documentary on Mount Rocky Mountain oysters, and people are like, these are great. I'm like,
No doubt.
there's other parts of the animal you can eat other than that.
Eat the chitlins.
Shoot, there's a lot of people around here eat them. Whenever we went and took care of
There you
Hammer,
go.
when we went and took care of Hammer, you ought to see it.
Bend over and cough. You won't be coughing
Yeah.
no more.
No. I caught that
Think
little
cough,
boy
not
down
squeak.
there. I caught that little boy around the neck and slung him
worry.
around and grabbed his hind leg and picked him up.
Yeah, because I was like, how'd you do that by yourself? He said,
Wait a minute. You did what you do? What you doing on a goat?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought because you can't use them on a pig, can you? We always cut pigs,
Yeah, you got to cut a pig.
but you can do it with calves like young bulls and goats.
Go.
Now, I've used that on goats before,
He-
but I've never used it on a bull or to make a steer. But we've always had to cut the pigs.
Yeah. I
So,
wish they'd come up with something like this for pigs.
yeah.
Keep pointing this way. So I'm looking at the chat. There's a lot of LOLs, so I guess I did good tonight.
Yeah, you
You
did.
always do.
That's it. How work.
Orange and thanks, Glenn. I didn't want the visual.
You guys know Garden State Gardener, right, Joe? Gives us e-packets away on Sunday and stuff.
Yeah.
Garden State Gardener. Anytime I go live, the guy loves just listening. He'll sit there for 6 hours and drink coffee and listen to me.
Desiree says Jacques, the city girl, needs to close her ears.
I don't know, Desiree. Everybody does it different. We used to put a little slit in there, squeeze, pop it out, and then pull out. Just rip it out.
Oh.
And then do the other side. Put a little iodine on there and let them go.
Or kerosene.
Let them go. They heal up within a day or two.
Note to self: buy all female animals. You can
Yeah.
skip that process.
I've got 6 down here that needs that done, toe shaky. So when you coming down?
Thank God
I
chickens
like
don't
the
need a roof to lay
experience.
eggs.
Oh, I used to do it. Well, I tell you what, my uncle had a pig farm. I learned how to do that at a very young age. I used to have to hold them for him, and he didn't use a scalpel or razor knife. He used a pocket knife.
Daddy used to use his what an old timer case double X.
Oh,
That's Glenn's cousin does that too, Dawn. Puts the cats in a boot. The male cats. You remember Rex talking about that?
Yeah.
He said he'd stick their heads down in the boots and just
I'm trying to scratch my toe, but not scratch where the nail's not.
Yeah.
Growing, it's itchy. It's growing in. The nail's pushing the scab off.
Yeah,
I
it
know.
don't
gross.
feel right where that nail was at trying to touch it.
Yeah, I don't want to show you. It's gross. Anybody
Rock.
eating's gonna be barfing.
Good night. We love you and hope you get to feeling
Love you, Dad.
All right, so it's not Papa Rock's birthday. One more time.
No, it's my real dad's birthday tomorrow.
Yeah,
Or
Papa
today.
Lazy. Papa
Yep,
Lazy.
Papa Lazy.
Actually,
I'm like, happy birthday, Papa
if
Rock.
you want to talk about Papa Rock, Billy, it's actually Glenn's son and my dad. Now you figure that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Papa Rock's your brother now.
Yeah.
The more family members I get, the more people
Uncle
I get to borrow
Grandpa.
money from.
Yeah.
Uncle Grandpa.
Well,
Papa
I'm
Rock, you have a good one, buddy.
I guess you could say I'm my brother's mother. I raised him anyway.
Hey, that ain't nothing. You always telling
You're
everybody.
his uncle, Dad.
Now you always telling everybody that I'm his daddy.
Well, you are. You ought to be. If you ain't.
Is that freezer okay to take? Because like,
I just
We still got to get it cleaned out. We need to get that done this week.
Yeah, I'll get it done.
So we can get it out and get it.
is it cleaned out like it's is it out in the yard sitting out there kind of guy?
No, it's still here in the house plugged up.
Oh, plugged in.
Yep. That's what I meant by we got to get everything out of it and get it slid out. So
all right, Dad. Appreciate it.
What's in there? Is there food in there or no food in there?
Food.
Oh, okay. There's food in there.
It's the freezer that's in the kitchen is small, so I always it catches the overrun.
It's the overflow. So what are you gonna do for the overflow?
We'll put it in one of the other freezers.
Yeah, we got.
Oh, the other freezer. Yeah. I saw that.
And
I want one of those upright hand. I want one of those upright freezers because it sounds like if you open the top of them, the cold doesn't come out. The cold sits in there.
That ain't an upright.
That's
a chest type freezer. The one that we got in here is the upright where you're supposed to be getting.
The chest freezers are more efficient than the stand-up freezers.
Yeah, because you open a stand-up and everything pours out. All the cold air pours out.
Papa Rock says, "Happy birthday, Grandpa."
Yeah.
To your dad.
Oh.
Trying to scratch my foot secretly. Scratch the nail.
So you get this moist, gooey thing on you, and you're scratching. You know you've gone too far.
You know what the worst part about it, Shaky, is every once in a while I give it a.
Yeah, there you go.
When you
make sure it's not infected.
That's what happens when you start scratching too hard.
When you get old,
it leaves all the scarring.
It's bruised.
Wait till that thing gets all pussed up.
I
put peroxide on it.
My arm started itching. And I just done like this, and I looked around and I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
The goat bit me and bruised mine the other day. I said, well, she done what you said she was going.
So after the fresh scab over, after the first few days, I forget that we have a dog on the property, and he usually sleeps around the front where the staircase is. So I walk down the staircase with no socks on, with my fresh scabbed over toe. I walk back in the house and I sleep. I wake up in the morning and something don't feel right. My two toes, because it's oozing white blood cells, the stuff that glues everything together and seals it.
Don't tell me the dog was licking your toe.
No, my toes were stuck together, but all the dog hair from outside was caked inside of the scab. It was caked between the two toes and it was all dog hair, and I had to go in the shower and soak and pull globs of dog hair off and gag while I was doing it. I was like, God, why me? I don't want to do this no more.
I was going to eat ice cream after we got off here, but I don't think I can now.
I love sherbet. I'm okay with
turpentine on it. That will cure that.
Yeah.
Spray some WD-40 on it. You'll be all right.
Everybody uses WD-40 the wrong way, I heard. They use it as a lubricant.
It's a cleaner.
Yeah. Not a lubricant. I did not know that. They're like, if you want lubricant, use like a graphite style paste or a graphite spray, and you'll get a lubricant.
Lithium spray grease or something like that.
Yeah, lithium or graphite.
If you have a cable inside of a casing, put the graphite spray down in there and spray the graphite through there for cables.
What would you use WD-40 for? Rust?
Cleaning off the grease or whatever, just cleaning it up.
Best thing you ever get, find to get glue off.
PB Blaster works great for rust.
What were you saying, Glenn?
WD-40 works good about taking glue off of glass and stuff.
Yeah. I've always used WD-40 to oil things like an idiot.
Well, I have
put it on a bike chain. I put it on a bike chain. It's great for a day.
You used it on squeaky doors.
Yeah, I use it on a lot of stuff as oil. I mean, it works good to when you first put it on there to really get the old stuff out. It'll help clean and everything. But then you know later you need to go back with some other type to grease it back to make it last longer.
A penetrant for rusting.
Yeah, it does work on rusty bolts, Warren. In the Marines, they tell you can.
There's a red.
in your body. Pain
Hey,
is your-
Billy,
it
Yeah.
lets you know
before
think.
you leave, I got a huge box of medical supplies I want to give you.
Oh,
She
like
must be planning on you getting hurt.
No, I want you to put it back for emergencies. I know you know what an ABD pad is.
Yep.
I got you some of that, and I'm gonna look and see how many 4x4 gauze I have as well. Part of your, be part of your medical supplies.
medical box. Yeah, we bought a bunch of. We go through Band-Aids like nobody's business. Bella is always cutting her toe or something.
Simplify, Hat Creek.
She scratch herself, Bella will get cuts. Yeah, she goes through bandages like crazy. What's up, Mama Steve?
Mama Steve, hello.
Oh my goodness, the Aussie is in the house.
What's it?
If you want
Hey,
to,
Mama
it's
Steve.
fine. He said you want us to jump in. You want me to jump in the chat? So
Hey, if you want.
Aussie.
I can throw a link card up
Oh
there.
my, how is it Dad under today?
I can't
Have you been
embarrass
cooking on your
myself.
Barbie?
You got
Hey.
in a shrimp with a Barbie mate.
Don't do that. That's the worst.
Y'all having mad more. He won't come in
He
now.
won't come in.
Yeah, he
Hey,
will.
Billy,
I always
Billy,
mess with him. He's cool dude.
You jinxed me earlier.
What happened?
Ooh.
I had a fruit fly up my nose.
Ugh.
It was after that treat thing you were eating on. Well, that ain't Bomber Steve.
Fly up my nose.
It was after that treat thing you were eating on. Well, that
We got a
ain't
delay.
Bomber Steve.
We got a delay.
That's
We got a
Bomber
delay.
Steve right
We got
there.
a delay.
All right. Somebody's got
We
their
got a delay.
YouTube on.
Yeah.
What?
Hi, Red.
It must be Pepper when she came on.
Yeah.
This just proves one thing: that Americans.
On TV.
Hold on.
That's a face typer.
Yep.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
How are you, Steve?
Yeah, that just proves one thing: Americans have no place doing Australian accents. Bloody hell!
It's the worst.
Hey, let me tell you, I've picked women up doing that, so I don't want to hear no crap about it.
Gee,
They don't
they
know
must have
better
been desperate,
here.
mate.
They were. But
Sorry
it
about
worked.
that, guys.
Hey, I'm on a little bit of a road trip, heading down to a friend of ours who got some fencing material, but I'm just going through a little town just south of my town. It's called Castlemaine. It's an old gold mining area as well. And I just remembered there's a really interesting thing in the park here, so I've just jumped out and I'll swap my camera around and I'll just show you. Better than looking at my ugly mug anyway.
Well, we can't see your mug. It's covered up.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
baby,
in
welcome to
we're-
America.
Oh my gosh.
That's cool.
I can go duck hunting with that.
yeah, when
I
you
don't
went
think
to
you would
the
have a
duck, mate.
duck
Be able
left
to
if you
eat it.
started with that.
I know the kind of duck hunting you would want to do.
He'd pulled a
So,
$7 duck.
World War trophies, German guns.
German guns. Wow.
Artillery. Oh, it's a short range.
That is
So, yeah,
Hauser.
That's the
couple of
house.
couple of German field howitzers. So after the First World War, there was a lot of material that was seized by the Allies, and the Australians were very keen on bringing it home as war trophy. So we've got a lot of these cannons around the place, and they're sort of put around. So the building here is a RSL Hall, which is the Return Services League. So it's a veterans association, and then this one here.
That looks like someone
an
come
old,
off a big ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warship.
So these have come off a Victorian
Oh, it is a
era,
warship. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
A sailing ship.
Yeah, so these are an old muzzle loader cannon. So got a year on this one,
Oh, look
1860.
at that.
Wow.
Yep.
And got the Royal
Royal Crown.
badge and coat of arms. And then have a look down the business end.
the business.
It's a rifled one.
Mm-hmm. That's a
And then,
sophisticated one.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them were actually rebored and re-rifled later on to extend their life. But this one around here is my favourite.
Oh wow, that was like World
Big
War
boy.
II or Korea.
So this is a World War II era
There you
25 pounder. So it's a
Wow.
British 25 pounder
Boom.
field howitzer, and yeah, it actually equates to your American 105 millimeter howitzer, which was widely used in the Second World War.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
These guys were occasionally mounted on tanks as well. And,
Oh, look
see
at that
the-
rifling in there. Check that out.
Wow.
That thing will spit a spiral.
Yeah, no doubt.
Man,
And,
that thing will lob a spiral.
yeah, they were an awesome field artillery piece and used extensively by the Commonwealth forces. So British, Australian, Canadians. When we couldn't get American equipment, then yeah.
Well, heck, Biden's giving it away now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was time you guys got out of there. You've done everything you can. It was time to go.
Jeez.
Maybe some better plans in the first place to would have made it a lot better, but
Yeah.
it's not for me to say. If you're going to cut deals with terrorists, things are going to go wrong.
Yep.
But yeah, these are fantastic old.
Twisted. Those are just
And,
pretty.
That's a
very
beautiful park.
picturesque.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
beautiful
That's
park.
just gorgeous.
Is that a palm
Yeah.
tree?
So a couple of big.
Yeah, that's wild. I can't get. It's almost 11 o'clock here,
Wow.
and it's still daylight there. It just blows my mind.
I'll see how close I can get to the local magpie.
I didn't.
Oh, is
see-
that what that was? I saw black and white. I thought it was but I forgot y'all had those there.
Yeah, they're a very common bird. They're a great bird. I love them.
Now, isn't there
But,
another name for that other than magpie?
Sorry?
No, Billy, thank you for being up here. We love you.
Yes.
Is there
Y'all have
another
a
name for that magpie? Like Jack or something?
Not that I'm aware of.
Jackdaw, or I thought there's like another name for. Maybe it's a different bird I'm thinking about.
Yeah, well, these guys get cranky this time of year because it gets into breeding season. So they have a tendency to swoop down and clack behind you and hit you in the back of the head if you're not looking.
Wow.
I absolutely love them, but this time of year they can be real bastards.
It sounds like it. That would.
That's
be
what
bad.
look like a palm tree. That big thing in front of you.
Yep.
Yeah, look,
That is beautiful.
Yeah, these are very popular around in many towns around Bendigo and around Australia. So yeah. Now, I think this is a
Dogwoods.
The cherry, isn't it?
yeah. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a real good with me plants. That's Julianne's expertise, but yeah. But,
The petals didn't look big enough to be dogwood, but I can't see them close enough to tell.
It looks too full for a dogwood too.
Yeah, that's like a cherry.
Yep.
Yeah, very pretty.
Oh, it is beautiful. That's beautiful blooming there.
I'm ready
I
to
was
move
hoping-
over there since it's starting spring.
You ain't kidding.
You'll be ready.
I was
to
hoping
leave
we might.
the up there.
I was actually
No.
hoping we might have had. I'll get my camera back the other way now. I was going to pull over when I was in sort of the native forest area a while ago, but I was hoping there might have been one here, but we haven't got it. But this time of year, out in the native forest, we've got a lot of all of our small trees and that are coming into bloom, and we have a lot of wattle trees. So the wattle has a really dark green leaf, and when it blooms, it has this bright yellow flower. And it's the reason why Australia, when we compete internationally, and our national colours are actually green and gold. So it comes from our wattle tree.
Oh.
But out in the native forest at the moment, it's just it's a sea of yellow. It's just absolutely gorgeous. But, yeah, as you can see, she's pretty quiet at the moment. We're in lockdown at the moment, so people are restricted with how often they can get out. They can come out for exercise and move around a bit and go shopping, but as much as possible, we're just trying to minimise the amount of people out on the street, which is fine.
Yeah.
Normally, it's a little bit busier than this.
It's going to happen like that here too. My county I live in went code red because of the cases here. It's gotten real bad.
Yeah.
Warren, you have a good night too, buddy. Thank you for stopping in.
Yes, Warren. Thank you.
Night, Warren.
Sweet dreams,
God
Warren.
bless you guys.
So yeah, there we go. A couple of World War I trophies, which as I said, they're pretty common around the place.
I really love that kind of stuff. That's my kind of stuff. I love those old war memorabilia, things like that.
Yeah, well, one of my hobbies, I actually do tabletop wargaming. So I paint small miniatures and recreate battles with rule systems and
cool,
pretty nerdy, geeky stuff. But yeah, I enjoy it. So
and I thought I was cool playing Risk.
Sorry,
I thought I was cool playing Risk.
Yeah, I've probably got put away in storage there the better part of I don't know, maybe 6,000 or 7,000 miniatures.
Oh wow!
Wow.
That's a lot.
Wow.
My favourite genre is the American Civil War, so I've got a fully painted Union and Confederate Army with artillery support and cavalry, and yeah, it's a.
I lived real close to Antietam, which was the bloodiest battle, and then I'm about an hour and a half away from Gettysburg, so it's a lot of history here where I live at with that.
Gettysburg's on the bucket list, mate. When I come over there, that's number one. I want to.
Well, let me know because I'm not far from you.
I want to walk along Seminary Ridge, and I want to sit up on Little Round Top and
Devil's Den.
Devil's Den. Walk the wheat field.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah. So no, it's 3 tragic days, but three amazing days with tragedy and bravery.
Yeah.
And it's I always just admire both people on the people on both sides, because at the time they were fighting for their own rights in their own area, but it's just another indication that humanity is hell bent on dividing and destroying itself, and I think we need to get our shit together, or we're going to be the architects of our own destruction before too long. So
sure,
exactly.
we need to do. I enjoy wargaming, but I enjoy it from a social and a tactical and a historical point of view. But I would be quite happy if we never have another war.
Exactly.
I kind of often wonder I think a lot of, and more than I should, but I often wonder if we have already passed a certain amount of technology before, and we have destroyed ourselves, and now we're doing it again. We like started all over. You know what I mean? I wonder if we're like a second or third time doing this in our creation.
Well, they say history repeats itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's that old adage.
They're trying to take history, turn it around, or take it completely out of schools. How are you going to learn not to do the same mistakes that they take it out of school?
And the reason I say this is because they have found batteries. They've actually found like a primitive nuclear reactor that actually would work, and they don't know if it actually worked as one. So it makes me wonder, did we have that kind of technology already and then blew ourselves to kingdom come and then started all over, and we just haven't discovered it yet?
Well, look at all the buildings and stuff that they found that's got laser work on it that we don't even have the technology to do that
right.
stuff now.
That's true.
I mean,
well, they had that one thing where they showed where they said it was the machine where they do laser eye surgery with.
Yeah,
they found the drawing of it years ago.
Yeah.
Way
makes
back.
me wonder.
Yeah, anyway, guys, I better hit the road and go get this fencing material so I get back in time and start fencing so I don't get in trouble. You know how it goes.
Yeah. Well, you be careful out there, buddy.
Thank you for sharing.
It's always great to see you.
Pleasure. I try and jump onto people's lives in an interesting spot and show, like, I just love showcasing my country and, the area of Australia that I live in. And, it's,
Oh, we love
once the
seeing
world,
it.
Yes. Well,
once the
that's
world
what
returns
so
to a bit
pretty.
of normality,
Very, very
it'll be
pretty.
great to have people coming back out here.
Well, we love to visit.
Awesome. Awesome.
Awesome.
It's always good to see you, brother.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is.
Just cut out that Australian accent, will you?
I don't mess with you anymore.
Maybe Wednesday afternoon you can
I hate to say this, but being an actor, I try to work on accents, but I guess I'm going to have to give that one up.
Well, you done better than I did.
Steve, maybe Wednesday afternoon you can come and join my chat because we're going to have a short party for Rusty. He'll be 10 years old Wednesday, and I'm going to have a live chat.
Awesome. I'll keep an eye out for it.
It'll be about 2 o'clock our time.
Awesome. Yeah, it's going to be early in the morning, but I'll see.
All right.
See if I'm on. But hey, best advice on an Aussie accent: just pinch your nose, get really nasally, and talk fast, and you'll be fine.
I'm American, and my American accent's screwed up, so it doesn't matter.
And if there's an opportunity to put E on the end of a word like brekkie or Barbie or whatever, then do it, and you'll have your Aussie down pat.
There you go. There you go.
All right, guys. Catch you later.
Much love to you, brother.
Yeah, love you too. All right. Stay safe, everyone.
Have fun. Have fun today. He's gone.
I always love when he comes in. He's just such a great guy.
Yeah.
He is. He's a great person.
Dawn, thank you for coming by.
And we hope you get to feeling better. Please let us know how you're doing. We'll be praying for you.
Yep. Praying for a quick recovery.
Good night, Hat Creek. And ditto what everyone said about getting better. I really hope you get better soon.
Real soon.
I hate to hear that. My doctor's actually walking some now.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is. After over 2 months of being in the hospital and she's done starting to walk some, that's very awesome.
I got people down here around me that, well, they're not exactly around me, but they're members of families. They got the shot. Their daughter got caught COVID at school, and they have COVID.
Well, the shot doesn't.
I go shaky freezing.
The shot might not stop it, but then.
Hey, Brenda. Brenda's back.
Hello.
Stop you from getting COVID. All that shot doesn't stop the symptoms from being bad.
Yeah.
Am I back yet?
Yeah, you're back.
I was going to say the shot doesn't stop you from getting it. All that shot does is makes the symptoms less bad, but it doesn't stop you from getting it. It has nothing to do with getting it.
Well, it don't.
It's just supposed to make it mild.
They're trying to force me to get the shot, and I won't do it. I refuse.
Yeah, I got to get going myself. I got to go to bed. It's after 11.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get up. My back and stuff my left leg is just killing me.
I love you guys. It's always good to see you. Thanks for letting me come on. Grandma, it's good seeing you, Red.
Have a good night, my brother.
Love you, grandson.
All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Love you guys.
Love you.
All right, now if Shaky is my brother, then where do I fit in on this great big equation?
Well, you're my granddaughter. You're my granddaughter, Red.
Okay.
If Shaky is your brother and he's my grandson, you're my granddaughter.
Good night, Tony. Chris.
Good night, Tony and Chris.
Yes, we love you guys.
Good night, Tony and Chris.
I wondered that, because I have known Shaky just a little bit longer than I've known y'all, which is probably close to 3 years now.
Well, you've only known me a couple of months.
Yeah.
I'm still grandma.
But yeah, I don't even remember how I even met Shaky. Good night, Susan.
Good night, girl.
Not Susan.
Good night.
But yeah, I don't remember how I met him. I have no idea. He would probably remember.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, Shaky. It's like Shaky and I got close, and he kind of like got me, you know, where I was coming from, and all.
You know, that's something about kids. Kids can carry stuff. I mean, for them to be so little, they can carry stuff and not be sick with it, and it will just get an adult down to just their knees. My niece was here one time, and she had a sucker, and Kendra was always here. And she said, "Here, April, I don't want this sucker no more." So I took it, ate it, and the next day I had strep throat.
Oh,
and I had it so bad. My tonsils turned black as tires. And she wasn't sick from it at all.
Yeah, when my niece, my sister and her husband was picking apples, and they had cherry tomatoes growing. She goes, next thing we know, here comes the little one, Letha, which is in our newest video. You know, you just see shots of her here and there. But she goes, she had a dog bowl, and she had all these little tomatoes in it. And she goes, Letha, honey, those are not apples. Lisa looked at her, crossed her eyes, and she goes, appies. She goes, okay, they're apples. That little girl was kind of.
She just found her. She found herself a me-sized apple tree.
Yeah, she's gotta go get them, and to correct her makes her mad.
And got all 5 kids, and hubby's got it.
Oh.
Oh, I got the flu, not the shot.
Yeah, I had an asthma attack in my doctor's office, and she started screaming, "You got COVID! You got to go to the hospital, emergency! You know, right now!" And I went, "I'm having an asthma attack. Let me take my medication. I'll be all right." 2 puffs. I looked at her. I went, "I am fine."
Mm-hmm.
And she is a little miracle, Brenda. I mean, that baby, she had that brain tumor.
Yeah, she's been through a lot. She's brave.
Yeah. She's brave, and she's very stubborn. I wonder where she got that from.
Exactly.
I got a friend whose doctor told her she can't come to see her unless she's had the vaccination.
What?
Yep. Her doctor will refuse to see her unless she gets the vaccination.
That's against her constitutional right.
Exactly.
I'll find me another doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. But she's had this doctor for years.
I don't care.
It's hard to change. Yeah, I know that for a fact.
You know what? Look at it this way. She saves gas money. Just have her doctor call in her prescriptions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that is discrimination, Brenda. Yeah, that is totally against her constitutional rights. And what happened to this my body, my choice stuff?
Exactly.
It's my body,
Well, I mean,
my choice.
The doctor, you know, is in the same boat. I mean, they you know, it's their choice.
Hey, we gotta wear a mask when we go to see them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so how much does that shot actually work?
I got friends that got the COVID after they got the shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing you don't hear anymore, hardly hear anymore, the flu? What happened to the common cold? What happened to the flu?
Exactly. My helper's mother is of the opinion that actually this is the government leaving the schools open, forcing the kids back into the classroom where they can get the COVID and then go home to grandma and grandpa. And grandma and grandpa gets the COVID and sick enough they have to be hospitalized. She thinks that it's the government's way of getting rid of us senior citizens.
Yeah. And Brenda's also got a point. It's also against the doctor's oath to say that.
Yeah, it is.
It is. What is that they call that? They're
one of the first things they say is they swear to do no harm.
Yeah, but it's oath of something.
It starts with an M, don't it?
I don't remember.
The word left me.
I think they changed that over the years.
It's got a rod with a snake wrapped around it.
Yep.
Well, that's just a symbol for them being a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
A snake. Get that? A snake?
Snake doctors.
No, a snake.
I never thought about that till just now.
Well, back in the day, there's all call that.
Could be why they're against chiropractors. Most doctors are against chiropractors.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doctors.
Yeah. But they believe that chiropractors are doing the hoodoo voodoo stuff.
Yeah, well, chiropractors believe in more natural medicine.
Yep. That's why I like them.
Yeah.
Neither am I, Brenda. I'm not a fan of doctors either.
Me either.
Me either.
Most of them don't like me because I don't want no medication.
I think I pissed my doctor off and she asked me whether I wanted the COVID shot. And I went, and I looked at her and I went, I'm not getting anything that comes from the devil.
Yep. There you go.
The look on her face was priceless. What the heck is that bug?
I bet she had the shot.
Probably.
I don't think mine has.
There's a few people I always had the shot. By the way, my neighbor, remember I told you when my neighbor had COVID? She had the shot and then she got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what agency's trying to push us to. We got a letter from the office here. They want to have people come in and explain to us about the benefits of the vaccination and how good it is for us and what it'll prevent and everything. And I wrote on, we had to sign a paper that we would be at the meeting. I told them to shove it in their behind.
What gets me is they've had a cure for cancer for decades.
Yep.
All that is they want to make money, make money, make money.
Yeah, there's a tree that cures a whole bunch of different types of cancers, and they know about it, but they won't tell nobody because they can't make no money off of the drugs.
Yeah.
And so therefore, it's hard to get.
There are some cancer doctors that are using diets, natural elements, but not using drugs. I'm talking about the common cancer drugs. They're just using the natural stuff. And their patients are surviving every, they're everything they got. They haven't lost their hair. They're still here, and that was when they got the cancer 10 years earlier. So
And also, if this shot is free, why don't you offer diabetics free medication?
yeah, there you go.
But there's a lot of people just dies from chemo. They get burned up. So
Do you know my helper went to get tested for COVID because her daughter has it from high school, and this is a different one. It's my helper. She went to get tested, and she went to CVS, a pharmacy, to get tested. They told her she had to pay $159. It was not free.
that's
Wow.
awful.
The medical in this country is all a big money scheme, yes.
Exactly.
Yep, it is.
Exactly. And,
Well,
and they tell us that the testing is free. The vaccinations are free. But if you don't have insurance, you gotta pay. If you're not a child, you gotta pay.
Yeah, she's tried to get me to go to Martinsville Hospital. I looked at her. I wouldn't bring my dead dog there because they'd end up killing it twice.
That's bad.
There's a couple of hospitals here I wouldn't take my worst enemy to, because I like looking at my worst enemy. At least I know where they're at. I know.
Prime example. I go into a hospital because I have a skin irritation that's called hidradenitis suppurativa. Very painful. And basically, not to be too gross, but basically it rips your skin apart. Well, I went in there and they gave me morphine for the pain. Next thing I know, they were sitting me up in bed. Now I'm sitting there wearing a t-shirt and a pair of skirts. They sit me up in bed really quick. I mean, just like wham, they were there. They started putting a gown on the front of me, one on the back, one on the front, one on the back. It dawned on me, although I was under morphine, exactly what they were doing. They were putting me in a straitjacket.
Why?
Not a good thing, because my fight kicked it an overload.
Yeah.
And I started fighting them. And I ended up punching one of the nurses right in the family jewels.
Oh, good.
It was about 3 minutes later they told me I could go home.
I hope you weren't driving.
I wasn't. I can't drive anymore. I haven't been able to drive in the last 6 years.
Oh, it's been longer than that for me. I had a doctor, because of the seizures, pulled my driver's license.
Well, I tried to drive. And I got out there on Interstate 58. Then my legs decided to completely quit working. Travis had to get us home by reaching his foot over and putting it on the gas while I drove. That was scary.
Yeah.
That was the last day. I'm like, I'm not putting myself and others at risk. This is stupid.
Yeah.
Where'd Glenn and April go?
Oh, we here.
Can't.
I thought maybe I went to bed.
Yeah.
No.
No, they're not going yet. This is Friday.
Yeah.
It's party time.
I think I've done about pooped too much to party tonight. I sweated too much this week.
Hey, Glenn, I got a question to ask.
All right.
I got those guinea hens with my chickens. They go in and out of the coop with them. They eat with them, drink with them, and all that. But I'm terrified to let them out of the chicken coop because I don't want them to get hurt. I don't want them to run off. I don't know if I should just keep them in there, because if I keep them in there, then they may try to mate with the chickens, and I'll have some really funky looking chickens.
The guineas? You got guineas?
Yeah.
How many you got?
One male, one female.
No, they won't try to. The one thing I learned, they won't try to mate with the chickens. They're too big. But the female does have a tendency to get nasty.
Yeah, they will start picking on the chickens.
Yeah.
The males and the females both will pick on your chickens when they get bigger. They will chase them.
Yeah.
So what should I do about that?
Put them in their own pen.
Yeah, you'd have to put them in your own separate pen, or I would turn them loose, because it's the best tick remedy you can get.
Yeah, they are. But she actually would need more than 2.
Well, it's possible that
3 or 4
before long they will, by next spring she may have more.
But guineas.
Yeah, but I've heard that guinea hens, the females make very, very bad mothers.
They do.
Do what?
They make bad mothers.
I've got 2 down here in a pen with the babies right now.
And
That's
they
right, you do.
Because I didn't know which one was with which baby, so when I caught them, they all went in, and I just shut them up.
There was a group running with one and a group running with the other because they had more than one nest.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, because I remember seeing in that video there was 2 mamas and all these itty bitty little guineas.
Yep. But the guineas actually chase the roosters that we got on the outside. The guineas will chase them roosters, and they pull their tail fin. The roosters are scared of them guineas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a guinea will run a hen or a chicken to death.
They will.
Male or female, roosters, hens, it don't matter. Them guineas will. I seen them guineas, rooster come up to the inside of the pen and the guinea on the outside. And that rooster be standing there acting like it's getting ready to flog the guinea. And the guinea would peck it 3 or 4 times before the rooster had time to think about it.
Well, how old should they be? Because, I've heard, not to leave them outside in the winter because they can freeze. And
They get up in the trees.
Ours roosters up in these big oak trees in the wintertime, and it's sleeting and snowing, freezing rain. Let me ask you something. Before people started putting them in the chicken coops and stuff, where was the chickens at?
Outside.
Okay.
They say
God
chickens
designed them to take care of themselves.
Well, they say that chickens and hens and stuff can survive cold weather a lot more than they can heat.
They can.
They say they can survive way down in the temperatures before it bothers them at all.
Now, up north, they got to put them in pens.
All right. So, am I, babying them too much?
Hey.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah.
You know what they say about raising kids? It comes a point in time, do you have to let them
go
to learn how to live on their own?
Yeah, there's only one problem with that. I'll live with my aunt.
Right, but you're lucky.
True.
But you still have to let him have so much freedom, right?
Yeah.
Well, your chicken's the same way. I'd open the door up on that chicken coop every day.
Yeah, he
I
does.
keep my feed and stuff in there. They will go back at night most time on their own, and you can go out there right before dark and shut the door.
Well, see, I can't hear it because we got people that, you know where we live. We have people that fly down this road. They've already hit one dog.
You know, we got a highway out front here.
Yeah.
We got people come through here faster than they do by your house, I guarantee you. Because
Yeah,
we've had
that's
some to
true.
miss this curve out here. We had one to hit a guinea out there so hard one day that we had 2 guineas.
I started
Wow.
Susan and went to bed.
It knocked that guinea in half. So, I mean, things are going to happen, Red. You can't, keeping them in that lot is not going to keep them alive forever.
And
I
they,
know, but they're just tiny little babies.
well, you need to leave them in there
Them
for a
hens
good
that you
while.
got in there that you've had over a year is not tiny little babies.
Actually, they're only 1 year old. They turned a year old today.
They're fully grown at 6 months old. They start laying eggs and stuff.
I understand.
Don't
where
they
you're
start
coming
laying when they're
from,
6
but
months?
Chickens
Yeah.
can start laying eggs at 6 months old. Some breeds goes a little longer, but you take like your white leghorns and stuff like that, most of them are laying within time they turn 6 months old.
Yeah.
It's just, I can't help it. I baby everything. It's just I can't help it. I baby the dogs, the cats.
The more you baby it, the worse it is on you in the end.
Yeah, I know, and I can't break that.
Yeah, you can.
You guys know how
the
hard it
only
was.
one that can.
You guys know how hard it was for me to have Marvin, be dispatched. I mean, that broke my heart.
Well, I understand. I ain't saying that. But the more you try to do that, the more you keep doing that to yourself, the worse it is on you.
Oh.
Once you start letting go a little bit,
yeah,
and realizing that things are going to happen,
well,
then it gets a little easier. And as time goes on, it'll keep getting a little easier.
See, that's what Travis keeps telling me. And I'm like, no, they're just babies. They're so little. I got to protect them.
That's like y'all was saying about the guineas being bad mamas.
Yeah, I do have a big soft heart. I can't help it.
I'll tell you what, there are homesteads I've been watching. They have guineas and they're not mamas at all. They'll lay the eggs. They'll lay the eggs. They won't even brood.
Oh, ours brood all the time.
They actually hatched these out. Ours went and brought 30-some baby guineas.
Yeah, we had
35
or 36 baby guineas pop up out here in the yard one day behind the mama.
And one mama raised them all. We had one mama in there with them, and she raised them
We
all.
caught them and put them up. The bad part, it ain't that the guinea hens is not a good mama.
Too many things like them.
Yeah, and the babies are, they're on the ground. They can't fly off.
And they're so
And mama will try to run off from them to make the predator follow them.
Right.
A lot of times the predator will get the babies while the mama's trying to get the predator to take off after her.
Yeah.
Because when we was trying to catch them, they was in the tall grass, and that guinea would run up there, and as soon as you get close to one of them, she'd start her talking to them, and they would run.
Mm-hmm. Michael said they've had a problem with something getting their birds like running loose lately.
Do you guys
Red lives awful close to the road, and that's what I was going to say. These down here, the neighbor's road goes by, but there ain't a lot of traffic in and out there.
Yeah, but before we started keeping the chickens down there, they was right here behind the house, at the end of the house, and we're closer, as close to the road as what Red is.
Yeah.
So,
do you guys have any hawks?
There's hawks around here.
Huh?
Yeah, there's hawks around here.
We have
hawks and owls are good for going after chickens.
Yep.
Well, see, we got turkey vultures.
That's what we got here.
We got some of them too.
We got them buzzards too.
They're big. I know one day I went home from work and I seen one and I was like, oh my gosh. That thing is tall.
They're almost as big as a bald eagle.
We was coming down our drive. We had just got home coming down our drive. And the neighbors up the street, they had at least 15 turkey vultures sitting on their fence. And I
Yeah.
was like, whoa.
Well, we had one to land on the fence and put its foot on the. What did you have, a fence post or a?
That wasn't. what
That
they're
was a
talking about.
hawk.
No, well, it was a owl.
Yeah.
Do you guys have mockingbirds?
I'm not sure if there's any left around here or not.
I'll tell you what, we got a lot of mockingbirds over here. But they do not mind going after those turkey vultures. They will go after them in a heartbeat.
Oh, hey.
She's raising owls, Brenda. Wow. Brenda said they have a dingbat down the road from them raising owls in her barn.
Yep. There's all kinds anymore, but now owls and stuff's good too. Don't get wrong, about
Yeah,
them.
if you get them in the barn, you ain't gonna have no rats.
Yep.
True.
I like that idea.
Yeah, my sister is, bless her heart, she's trying to learn how to take care of these chickens. I swear to her, since I brought them to her, we've nearly talked every single day. She goes, I'm telling you, that barred rock, one of the barred rocks that you gave me, I went, yeah. She goes, that's the one I'm eating first.
What's it doing?
What?
What's it doing?
Every time she opens up the door to the coop, it flies at her.
It just wants out of there.
Yeah, badly.
I think Michael just looking for a reason to get to go hunting one night.
We got actually coy wolves here. It's a mixture between coyotes and wolves.
Yeah.
They are very smart and very big.
And very dangerous.
Yes. Yes, they are. Now, as far as mole catching, Dixie is the pit bull. She's kind of like the neighborhood dog. She kills every mole she sees. But other than that, she ain't nothing but a great big chicken. She has one best friend, and he's a great big old huge black lab, and you see them all together all the time.
Yeah.
But other than that, she's terrified of other animals, dogs. Now she's went down there and looked at our chickens, just stood there and stared at him, went okay, and just walked off. She didn't try barking at him or nothing.
Well, the people that I watch on homesteads and farms, they have a livestock guardian dog, and those dogs will protect even the chickens. They get predators coming in there on the property, and honey, they gone after them. Actually, the majority of the ones that I watch have 2 or 3 LGDs. And they're great dogs. I love them.
Susan, we had a eagle or something for a few years. It's been nesting back here on the backside of the farm.
It's pretty.
And that thing got where every year when I'd go back there doing stuff, it would really let me know it was back there. And then there was 2 of them for a while, but I ain't seen it this year.
I ain't seen it this year either.
So I don't know.
I think eagles are beautiful.
They are. But that one, honestly, it would when we would go over on the backside, and if we moved to somewhere else doing something, it would come over where we was at and be up high. And then it would
watched
fly
me all the
off.
time.
It did.
And then down there that one day, I think they had hatched some off, because when I went back there, that one, it was up on them power tires having a fit, and as I was moving around, it finally got up there and it was flying in a circle.
Yeah, and had babies.
Yep, that's what I figured.
Yep.
It
And
had
then,
babies. It had babies in that nest.
couple
So
of days
when should I take the? God, I hate to like kick them out of their home. That sounds so bad. But
Well,
when should I take the guinea hens out?
When they're ready, when they leave, don't let them back in.
They'll be able to fly when they get bigger, and they'll go roost in trees.
They're probably about big enough to fly now. I know they can fly
These down
now.
here are the ones that came out of the same group.
The group like you've got, they're already flying. They've been flying up on the roosting and stuff.
But I'd leave them in there for a little while longer.
Yeah, I'd probably leave them.
Well, right now they've been going into the big coop at night, but they're not getting up on the roosting pole. They're still kind of gathered over in the corner, like.
But see, the good thing with you raising them with your chickens, even whenever they're out, they'll hang around that chicken lot.
Yeah,
they will.
Have Travis to go out there and cut down a little tree, about like a broom handle size.
Yeah.
And fix a little corner area down lower, cause they tend to roost on a tree limb. Is what a guinea likes to roost on instead of like a plank.
They got littler feet.
So that might be the reason they ain't found something that looked like a tree limb, because that's what I use in mine down here where I got them is old tree limbs. That's what I've gotten it from the roost on.
Yep.
Yeah, because only 2 of the smaller chickens are getting up on the roosting boards with the rest of them. Then they're like cuddled in the corner,
Oh, boy.
I feel so sorry for them. I feel like I've done something wrong.
No, they usually chickens and guineas. They will roost or lay with their own. Pigs. When pigs go to bed at night, they get in there together. Cows stay close.
Yep.
Well, then why ain't the rest of them getting up on the roosting boards?
They have no interest.
Sometimes it takes them, the ones that you just got out, they ain't learned to get up there yet, Red.
Michael, what kind of turkey you got? I'm needing a tom turkey. I think I've got 3 females.
But Red, it takes them a little while to learn after you took them out of the brooder. It'll take them a while to learn to roost, but they'll get in the hang of it because it's a chicken's nature to want to roost high.
A chicken ain't as bad, but a guinea, they like to go up higher.
They do.
How many nesting buckets do you have?
You mean nesting poles?
Yeah.
There's 2 of them, and they're about 8 feet long.
How many chickens do you have in there?
20.
You need to get a couple more boxes.
Well, I'm just talking about where they roost. Nesting boxes, yes, I will get more nesting boxes.
I'm talking about when they lay eggs.
Yeah, we've got 2 of those. They're already laying eggs in those. We got to get 2 more.
Yeah, you need more than 2. Do you, Glenn? You've heard about Coghill Farms?
Oh yeah,
yes, I love Coghill Farms. I swear I love that nugget. He is a mess.
He is something else. Now look at how they have their where the hens lay eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Most of those hens don't have to share those cubby holes or whatever I keep forgetting what they call them.
Nest.
Yeah, that's the meat turkey, Michael.
Yeah, that's what we've got. Meat turkey hens, but
ours is spoiled too. I go down there and she hollers, talk, 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 talk.
I
talk back to her.
The only bad thing about them is they just get so big, the males, so they can't
they get too big to breed. By the
Yep.
time they get old enough to breed, they're too big to.
Yeah, we're thinking about raising turkeys next.
Oh, you'll spoil them rotten. My
You sure will.
Well, you know what? You know what the girls got as well. Well, all the birds out there. You know what they got today for their 3 o'clock snack?
what?
Scrambled eggs, a big thing of scrambled eggs, and cabbage leaves tore up in it. We got for their treat.
Well, they'll like that, or I bet they like that.
They ate a cabbage head. We gave them a whole cabbage head. They had it gone in less than 15 minutes. I mean, it was like, it was gone.
Yep.
Well, 20 hens, yeah, it'd be gone.
Yeah, but they get their treats every day. The day before yesterday, we gave them some of that grub terra.
They love that grub terra, don't they?
Now I just got to do a video on it.
They do. They love them grub terrors. I ain't kidding. Them roosters that run loose, they actually poked holes in our bags to get them. That just blew my mind. He said he needed to find a hen for his turkey.
Yeah, our girls are spoiled. Like, very spoiled.
Hey, fishes and loaves.
Why,
Hey,
howdy.
loaves.
Hi, fishes and loaves.
No, he's not a royal palm. He's a white one.
Yeah, he's a meat.
Like they call him a meat turkey. You know, it's kind of like the
meat.
Cornish crosses in the chicken, but I don't know the exact name that they call them in the turkey line.
Yeah, Michael, you'll probably have to get you, if you want one that you can keep, you know, like as a pet and keep it for breeding and stuff, you'll need to get one of the brown ones or
the royal palm or
Yeah.
something. I mean, you.
'cause
That's
them-
me. I'm gonna have to get a different breed in order to have
Because our
breeding turkeys.
females fought almost 2,
Yeah.
and the male, he got where he couldn't hardly
Well, no.
walk it around.
Year and a half.
Okay. But he got where he couldn't hardly walk before a year old.
Yeah, about 6 months, 8 months old. We had to put him down because he couldn't get around good. Howdy, girl.
Hello, lady.
Brenda!
Hello.
How are you?
Okay.
Butterball.
Exactly.
Okay, Michael. Here's the problem with that kind of turkey. We had one of those. I didn't realize when I bought it that it was one of those kind of turkeys. The problem is when he got to be an adult this spring, he wanted to mate with my girls I had. And he ended up hurting them so bad that we had to put them down.
Oh, man.
So, because he was way too big for them.
They grow too fast.
And we ended up putting them all down because I was like, well, there ain't no sense in keeping this Tom that's going to hurt other turkeys.
Mm.
Well, that's, you know, pretty much what they're bred for, is to grow fast and
Yes. Well, it was one I had picked up
dispatch them and have them to eat, because it
last
can take
summer.
12 to 15 weeks.
Is that the one you picked up from Cackle Hatchery?
No, actually, I had got it at Rural King in Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, the one we got was from Tractor Supply, and like I said, he was probably about 7, 8 months old, and he was getting where he couldn't even hardly walk. He was so big, so we had to put him down.
He'd follow us like a dog, wouldn't he? I mean, you
It
remember
took-
Tom in all the videos.
this one probably weighed a good 45 pounds.
Well, this
Wow.
one, I
Put him
don't know
down,
how
but he was
much he
huge.
weighed, but his breast,
Just
we
the
had to
breast.
cut it in half to get it and put a half of one in a gallon freezer bag.
And you had to stuff
I
it.
had to stuff it to get half of it in a gallon freezer bag. It
Yeah.
took 2 1-gallon freezer bags to get his breast in.
And Rhonda's is probably bigger than his by now. Or
About
getting
the same,
close.
yeah.
because the
See,
female
that is one part of homesteading that just tears my heart out. Is
I'll
when
ask
you
you a
got to
question,
kill when you got to kill them. It just oh,
Red. How bad does it hurt you to go out there and pull a tomato off a vine?
I don't know. It depends on whether I'll fall out of my wheelchair or not.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When you pull that tomato off that vine, you kill that tomato. It won't grow no more. When you pull an onion up out of the ground, you kill that onion because it ain't going to grow no more. You pull an apple off a tree, you killing that apple because it can't grow no more. You got to realize that them chickens, them turkeys, the pigs, the cows, they're all going to food. As long as you're doing it for food. Now, I do not believe in just going out there killing animals for the fun of it.
No.
Right.
I
No.
won't go deer hunting or nothing else
Unless you go
for the
use it.
fun of it. If I go hunting, I'm going for food.
Yeah.
See,
I've always said
that's the way that Travis believes. That's also the way that my sister believes. My sister said, "I told you not to name your food." I mean, I can't help it.
Naming it is okay. I name my food.
yeah.
Yeah, I do
pet
too.
my animals, but I know I'm going to eat it because I know what that animal's got fed. I know how it's been took care of.
Yeah.
I don't know what that stuff at Walmart and Food Line or Harris Teeter's. I don't know what that animal went through in life.
Well, you know, Red, the way I got to looking at it's like this. I know that animal is going to be so happy at the time that it's got, and it's going to be took good care of here. Because
Yeah.
I love on all my animals. I love on all of them.
You know, I
And
had a homestead back in the 90s, mid 90s. I had a rooster that I loved. I called him Spurlock. A very good reason for that. He used to go after my husband, and I kept wanting to get rid of him. My husband said, no, 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 he's fine. One day he went after my granddaughter. When my husband sat at the supper table, he asked me, "Where's Spurlock? I haven't seen him." And I said, "Just eat your supper." What I did was I wrung that rooster's neck, and he was put in an oven. He made a good supper. And
Yep.
when my
Oh, yeah.
husband was done eating, he says, "Boy, that was a good supper." I said, "You can thank Spurlock."
Well, see, when I was like 8 or 9 years old, I would go around and I would find stray dogs, stray cats.
Oh, I did too.
I would bring them home. I would feed them and give them water and then lock them in the potato bin, which really pissed my parents off. But, you know, I've always just, my heart is just, I see an animal and I see love
You're
and
too
respect.
tender-hearted.
Huh?
There's a difference between a kitten and a chicken. A chicken is for
A
food.
big difference.
Kittens aren't.
Yeah, but I mean, like Black Betty out there, she's our top hen. Sweet Pea likes to get others in trouble so she can laugh at them. You know, they got their own
Yeah, they
personality.
all have personalities, and that's great.
That's good. Yeah.
Red,
Ours
you
have
see what
different
Michael wrote there?
personalities.
What?
You see what Michael wrote on there?
But
I gotta get my magnifier.
he says
But
the
deer and
good Lord
critters here for
put deer
food.
and other critters here for food, and I agree with you, Glenn. I don't hunt just to kill. I hunt for the meat.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
how do I overcome this?
Look at it like this.
As long as
A lot of that food that you go to the grocery store and buy,
Mhm.
it's not had a good
somebody
life.
else
but
has
meat.
raised it. Some of them might have raised it as a pet and couldn't do what you're saying.
And
So
some
they
were
sold
raised
chi-
in a very mean environment where they were just shoved
Exactly.
into a big pen with a couple hundred other chickens. And
Yeah, to see that stuff like that, that makes me mad. I mean,
but
that
if you're buying a
really
chicken
makes me
at the
mad.
store, that's what you're buying.
That's
Whereas
right. You're paying
you
them
raise
people
it,
to do that.
if you raise it and you give it a good life, you know it had a good life.
As
Mhm.
long as
Right.
you kill whatever humanely,
Hmm.
like our cows and stuff, they don't even know what's coming. They're eating and then they just lay down. I mean, that's it. I can't stand to watch it, but I know what's going on. And the chickens, if whenever you're getting ready to do them and you turn them upside down, they go into a trance. And as long as you do this quickly, they don't feel nothing.
They
And
do.
they've known
Yeah.
love. And the ones in the grocery store more than likely have not known love.
No,
They
they
haven't.
haven't. I don't
They
believe
haven't. They're
they have.
grown on chicken farms. If you ever came here where I live, I'm not going to name the company, but there's chicken farms all around us. You
They are
cannot go
here.
to town without passing trucks loaded with chickens. Half of them are already dead. The other half are laying there with mucus and stuff coming out of their mouth. They're
Oh, that
sick.
is so wrong.
And that's what we're buying at the store, though.
Yeah.
And every time you go to the store and buy that meat, Red, you're paying them to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's just like milk that the government will allow 80% pus in the milk that you buy from the store.
Oh,
It's got sores on their bags where
Yeah.
they're in such dirty conditions.
Yeah.
that's disgusting.
It
Somebody
is.
like me that has my own cows, I can't see the milk. And mine's in a clean environment. I don't have that problem.
And it's a whole lot better for
Yeah.
you.
See, I do want to
Yeah.
get some goat milk from y'all sometime when I come down there, because I want to try it. Because it's the fat that's in cow's milk that makes me sick, like you wouldn't believe. I mean, it's bad. When I was a baby, at the time they didn't really have like formulas like they do now. But my mom had to fight through it because she had to water down my milk. But I would end up in a croup tent a lot because it would make me that sick.
Yeah. A
You're
lot of
right.
people and a lot of kids that can't take cow's milk can drink goat's milk with
Yeah, they
absolutely
can.
no problem whatsoever.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a totally different formula.
Well,
Yes.
a lot of people that don't realize this is like myself. I can go to the store and buy milk, and it hurts me. It tears my stomach up. I can't hardly drink that milk out of the store. I can go down here and milk my cow. I can drink it all day long, and it don't bother me. But it ain't been pasteurized or homogenized or none of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way it come out. It's the way God intended it.
One
And
reason
it's
I
not
got as
coming
many
from a cow
chickens
that's
as I
been
did this
controlled.
time is, I brought 5 of them to my sister, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough of them that I couldn't name them all and remember their names. So that way I wouldn't get close to them. It was the only way I could think of at the time.
Well, I know
It's a
from
good
going
way
to
to
the
start.
sales. Yeah, but I know just from going to the sales and stuff, you just wouldn't believe some of the conditions that them animals come in there, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
know that it's the meat buyers that's bidding on them.
Uh-huh. Most of your cattle farmers, if they have a sick cow or even one that's got a cancer on it, they sell them at the auctions, and the meat buyers are the ones that are buying it, and then it's going to your stores.
Exactly.
That's disgusting.
That's life.
But you
it's
don't know what's
American
been
way.
pumped into them. You don't know what kind of hormones or antibiotics or anything else that's been pumped into them.
A lot of these milk farms that actually sell to the grocery stores, they actually inject their cows with stuff that makes them produce more milk, which shortens their life and hurts them just so they can get more milk, make more money.
Yeah.
Well, see, a fishes and loaves life. I agree with that. I really do. I agree with that. My
Well,
ex-boyfriend thought I was a nut when I told him. I said, "Don't you understand? Everything cries." He goes, "You're insane." I went, "No, I'm not." So go and touch wet grass after you've cut it. It's wet. That's its tears. He goes, "You're a freak."
Well, that's just like when Glenn asked you about pulling the tomato from the vine. They're actually a living thing. I mean, they say that those plants do better if you talk to them. They grow and mature things better.
That's true. And they taste
and
so
they
good.
do. They
And they
do.
taste so much better when you do that.
But I'm
You know,
still going to eat them.
Matt's got some plants out here that he is trying to grow. And he was getting like really frustrated with one of them because it was just really, really small. He goes, "It's just going to die. It's going to die." And I went, "Shut up." I said, "Quit sending negative vibes to that plant. It can pick up those."
Yeah.
I should start talking nice about it. And so he goes, "All right." He goes, "It sounds insane, but I'll do it." So he started doing that. That thing took off.
Raya, how was Marvin?
She couldn't eat him. The others did, but she didn't, right? You didn't eat him.
I thought you tried some of it.
I did, but I couldn't. I just couldn't.
Yeah, but how was the taste?
I felt like I had his blood on my hands.
How did he taste?
No.
Not very good.
I'll leave you alone on that.
Yeah.
It's just it's my mental. It's my mental state.
That's what I said. I'll leave her alone on that.
It is. You're going to have to literally train yourself to think differently.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I didn't name these others.
I grew up with this lifestyle. I butchered chickens since I was knee high to a grasshopper. So I'm used to it. I've done it my whole life.
Yeah.
And it's hard to explain to somebody who's never done it before. But yeah, you've got to retrain your brain to think differently.
Yeah, I'll never forget
you love these animals. You give them the best life possible. But
I'll
in
tell
the
you,
end, they are there to feed you. That's what God gave them to you for.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a good one on myself. I was probably about 5 years old, and Daddy had a hog down there and had a gang of piglets on her. Well, she raised the piglets. I was down there. I petted her. I'd ride her like a horse.
Oh,
I mean, that was my pet. Well, that winter, they shot her and fixed her and made, put her in the freezer.
She went to freezer camp.
Yep. Well, when Mama got the sausage out, I wouldn't eat the sausage. I would not eat a bite of that hog. Mama took me to the store. Like I said, I was probably about 5 years old. I can remember it. And she took me in there and she bought me a pack of store-bought sausage. That store-bought sausage, that little 1 pound pack of store-bought sausage lasted me a year.
Wow.
Yeah. At the end of that year,
like
I got told what I had been eating.
Sounds kind of like my cousin's husband. I put a picture up this week. Red probably seen it, of the ketchup and the barbecue sauce.
Yes, that looks so good.
Did you see this guy named Tim that made a comment on there? You fooled me with it.
Yeah.
That's because I took one time and the only thing he's ever liked was, I think it was Hunt's, or it may have been Heinz. I don't remember. Store-bought ketchup. His ketchup bottle was running on empty, and his wife was fixing to go to the store and get him some ketchup before he got home from work. And I was like, "Oh no, give me that bottle." I cleaned that bottle out and I poured my homemade ketchup in there, and that boy ate that whole ketchup bottle down before I told him, "You just ate homemade ketchup."
Wow.
Same theory, same thing.
Yeah.
See, I'll never forget my dad. Oh God, it's kind of funny now I think back about it. This dog kept getting in our trash. My dad would have to pick up trash every morning before he went to work. And he had just gotten to the point where he just could not take it no more. And he said, in the morning, I'm going to wait out there. When I see that dog, I'm going to shoot it. Yeah. He waited outside, took one look at that dog, went in and got him some food.
Can I tell you something? I used to foster orphan puppies and kittens, you know, and don't give them cow's milk. Don't give them cow's milk.
I never get my milk.
The best milk to give the kittens like that, the orphans.
Yeah.
Give them goat's milk.
Mm-hmm.
Give them goat's milk. I used to have a dog that every time a kitten or a puppy started just barely moving around, she would go to the refrigerator, get out a bottle, and bring it to me.
Are you okay?
See, I was 2 separate times I was a foster mommy to kittens. I mean, there was one group that was so small and so young that I had to bottle feed them.
Yeah.
And then Tank, Tank's the one that looks like April's cat. We fostered them as well.
I had fun with mine. And you know what's funny is I would take them into the bathroom sink to make them do their business, The running water helped and rubbing on like mama animal does.
With the cotton ball, yeah.
Anyway, my dog and everybody hollered, don't let him do it. Well, you know what? It was the best thing. I had 2 dogs that did that. They would lick on the area and make the babies go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And they said, don't let them do it. They can get worms. No, that's helping that baby because that's more familiar.
That's what their mama would have done.
Yeah.
All right, I got a question. I mean, if we did dispatch Black Betty, she is our top hen. She's the one that puts everybody in their place. Seriously, she does. I mean, I've seen her pick up her foot and kick Marvin in the butt.
Ooh.
Which was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she's done it more than once, too. Picking up that foot because Marvin was acting like a jerk and she kicked him right in the hind end.
Anyway, what did What did the hen do?
If we dispatch her, who's going to be our top hen?
The next one in the top pecking
The
order.
next one in line.
They'll figure it out.
Yep.
That's where the pecking order comes
They
from.
always make their pecking order. There always is and always will be a pecking order.
They've already got it all figured out.
Do we have any of his babies?
They've already got it all figured out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if she's old enough to be dispensed, then they got the next one already ready to stand up and take the lead. I mean, animals are wonderful. And they do better than we do. They do better than we do when it comes to the pecking order.
Oh yeah.
They've
been doing it since the beginning of time. They know how to do it.
Yeah.
Is the next one with the wicked side. Like I said, Sweet Pea, she's the goofball. She gets others in trouble. Betty gets after him, and Sweet Pea laughs because she thinks it's just hysterical.
Yeah. But you know what that tells me? They've got a good life.
On a spray.
Yeah, they do.
I know them.
Oh God, that burned.
And
I don't know the new ones like I do them. And that's on purpose. I'm still going to worry about them.
If that's what it takes to get over it or through it, that's okay. whatever works.
Someday, when those hens get too old to lay, hey Glenn, don't hens lay only like maybe 3 years? 4
Yeah.
years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They start slowing down about 2 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I
Which
started
is when
saying. Usually a year and a half,
butcher
2
mine.
years.
I bring in a whole new group at 2 years and butcher the old group.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta. I know it's hard because you've raised them and you pampered them and everything, and they're still there. They're laying eggs and everything, but it's going to come a time when you got to let them go to the freezer.
Yeah,
There
Travis has
comes a
made that
time when they
perfectly
start
clear.
costing you more money than they lay eggs.
Exactly.
Well, like I said, Travis has made that pretty clear.
If Travis and Matt had a tucked Marvin and cooked him without you knowing it, and you'd ate him, you would have seen how much better he tasted.
Exactly.
That's true. I think all that was, I keep saying mental, but me thinking, we raised him.
Yeah,
I think that was all that was about.
Yep, your gift.
Hey,
Well, hello, Erica.
Hi, Erica.
Hey,
How are you,
Erica.
lady?
I had hens. I would, when they got older, when they got like 4 years old, they went to the camp. They went to camp. Sometimes it depended on the attitude of the younger ones if they went to camp or not. But I loved every single one of them. And you know what? My dog, I had a collie shepherd LGD at the time. She was also a service dog. But she wouldn't let anybody mess with them chickens. Nobody. And she also had a herd of sheep to take care of too.
Oh, I thought Tony and them had already went to bed.
I
Good night,
did
Tony
too.
and Chris.
Y'all have a good night, Tony and Chris.
Yeah, I thought you guys went. God bless y'all.
Good night.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Yep.
Thank you for the prayers.
Yep.
Maybe I'm a chronic worry ward.
No,
it's
I won't
hard.
argue at that point, but
Actually, you overthink it.
Yeah.
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 Some
Well,
people.
Glenn,
Well,
Glenn
actually,
knows how hard of a time I had with stuff like that. I mean, seriously.
Read while the fishes and loaves just wrote. That's too funny.
What'd she say?
That's right. They would.
What'd she say?
Said
If
if
the
the chickens
chickens
could
could-
switch places,
This is true.
you would be eaten up, no problem.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
guarantee
that's
you,
funny.
because they will eat each other.
They will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
us, if we were like Sweet Pea, they done had us in the freezer.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
see, there's Sweet Pea, there's Black Betty. I told y'all about them. Then there's Sassy. Trust me, she earned that name. And then Sassy and Lucy. Sassy will sass you. She will act like you are killing her and all you're doing is picking her up. Or she'll run from you if you're trying to get her. She'll run from you. Sweet Pea sits there laughing. Black Betty's going like, seriously? And Lucy's laughing. And Sassy just thinks it's a great big joke.
There are some hens that do not want to be picked up. And no
Yep.
matter
There
what
are,
you do-
but
Oh,
here's part
but
of the problem. You've gave them too many human characteristics.
true. Now, Sassy,
That's
Travis
when it's
picked
fun,
up a
though.
couple of them before. That's when we had the smaller coop, and they wouldn't go in by themselves. Travis picked up two of them, and she reached over and poked him like, "Hey, it's my turn."
There you are.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gave them too many characteristics. I know they're.
Erica, honey, we're doing good. My back and stuff's been bothering me, but we're still kicking it.
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she tries to kick me every chance she gets.
Well, Susan, actually, Glenn and April is the one that taught us how to dispatch chickens because they did that with Marvin.
How long have you been raising chickens?
1 year. Wait a minute. Yeah, 1 year.
Oh boy, has she got a lot to learn.
No doubt.
Yeah. Yeah,
Now,
I do.
there's still certain animals that we've got, like Chickadee. When she got down sick, Chickadee was one I told Glenn. I said, "You can do what you want, but I'll never be able to eat her. I couldn't. She loved us so much, and she was just the best cow ever, and there was no way I could ever eat her. But any of the other ones, even though I've loved them, petted them, talked to them,
well, Chickadee was the first cow we owned too.
Oh.
Well, yeah, that's reason.
Yeah, see, all this is still very, very new to me. And I mean, before we even got chickens, I studied nearly 24 hours a day about.
I had cows before. This was my very first milk cow that I owned myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she when I went to the dairy and picked her out, she would stand on the other side. You could not get close to this cow. The only time you could get close to this cow is when she came into the milk parlor to be milked. When she went out of the milk parlor, you could not get nowhere near her. Within probably less than 6 months.
It was less.
I could be out here in the pasture and she'd be up there against me, nudging me.
Aww.
She came to me.
And
have a great day, Erica. What is it, about 8 o'clock or something?
Yes, Erica, you need to be asleep. It's 6 hours difference from here to there.
It's about time for her to be getting up, probably.
Yep. But God bless you too, Erica, and I hope everything's still going good there for you.
Yes.
God bless you.
It was a little crazy there for a while.
Well, it's still a little crazy everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I do have one good thing on my side. The neighbors don't care if I have guinea hens.
Well,
that's good.
This is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they will get noisy.
Yep.
When I had my little homestead, I got still pictures of me with the animals. When I had my little homestead, I had Barbados sheep. Those sheep you don't shear. They're just sheep. You know, the kind you can eat. Nice.
They're meat sheep.
Yeah. Anyway, I used to I'd go out into the pasture, and they're all right around me, and that's without looking for food. I'll have already fed them and everything, and just walk out to the pasture just to walk out with my dog, and they're right around us. They weren't afraid of my dog. They loved her. But my neighbor's dog killed a couple of my lambs. Honey, I went after their dog. They said, "You can't do that." I said, "As long as that dog is coming and killing my sheep, yes, sir, I will."
Yep.
They said, "Well, we can shoot your dog." I said, "My dog stays on the property. She's got babies she's got to take care of, and she knows that." Anyway, she was good with those sheep. And I had 2 rams. I always had 2 rams in that herd. Well, having 37 sheep, I better have 2 rams.
Yep.
Anyway, now I probably could have used the 3rd one, but I didn't want. I didn't like listening to those horns hit when they wanted to play. And that's what they'd be doing. They'd be butting heads just playing. And but if there was a predator that would come on property, my dog would take off after it. Guess who went right behind her? The rams would not let her go alone.
Wow.
They would not let her go alone. And I'll tell you what, if she got through that fence, they tried to get through the fence, but they couldn't get through it. Their horns were too big to go through. And their bodies were too, because their bodies were 3 times her size. And she was a collie shepherd. But
That's funny, Carol.
Yeah.
what?
It's Lowe's talking about the guinea hens getting his dad in trouble when he come in late. And they do, because somebody comes in, they start their squawk.
They start squawking. Oh, yeah.
Well, the guinea hens right now, every time we bring them a treat, they start squawking to let the other chickens know, hey, somebody's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that's them already being protective of them or something.
They're a good alarm system.
They are.
Yep.
They are that. They'll let you know anytime there's a predator or even another human around.
Exactly.
Yeah, we
They
named
let
them
you know.
Fast and we named them Fast and Furious.
I love the ones I had.
A lot of people that ain't never been around them, trying to sneak around at night, and them things up in the tree, and they start that hollering.
Yeah,
A lot of
it's
people
like an
get
alarm system
very
and
scared.
scare them off.
Yeah.
I didn't have trees in the front of my property, and all actually I had were the fences for them to get up on. I had a few guinea. That's how I know about a few things, but mostly from watching the homesteaders too. But
I've seen them get up on top of the houses, barns, wherever they can get. The highest point that they can get to is usually where they'll go.
I'm glad
I want to homestead. That's what I'm trying to do is homestead. But, it's hard. It's very hard.
To be a true
it's not
homesteader, you've
easy,
got
honey.
to be able to eat what you grow.
That's right.
Yeah.
Next one, I know I'll be able to, but that first one was just too hard.
You do know when you break them eggs open and make your egg sandwich, that could have been a pet chicken.
Glenn.
Well, it's the truth.
I knew what was coming.
I kind of knew it too, and he's right.
Yeah.
He is very right.
Yep, and that egg tastes so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
good.
just gave my chickens eggs this morning, and I ate eggs, and I gave the boys eggs. So
you feeding their kids back to them.
I know. That's bad.
When I had that homestead and the guineas would be up on the fence around the sheep pen, there was a couple of times we lived 15 miles away from the TDC, and there was a few times they came that the police would show up at our door to let us know that they had an escapee. And I said, I already know. I called you guys. And they said, what do you mean you called us? I said, my guineas were out here having a fit, so I got a hold of you guys. Because there was no cars that came by out there. And they're out there having a fit. My dog did not leave the house, so there was no predator out there. But she wasn't leaving the house, so there was something else out there. And I got on the phone to the police. And I told them they need to come. And then they show up a couple hours later and they said, are you all right? I said, if you want to go check my sheep shed, go check my sheep shed, because he's not in the house. My dog wouldn't have let him in there.
Hey, Raya.
I just saw what Susan wrote.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
She said, you guys, if you can't eat any of your animals, I would gladly take any freezer critters this way.
Yeah, me too. I wouldn't have to worry about.
Like I said, it was just that first one, and I'm really trying to work hard to get over this.
And I wouldn't have to worry about going to the store.
Yep.
True.
Well, Red, there's one way about doing it. You can start going out there and fixing you one every week.
Yep.
And if you can't, you keep it till you can't, or till you can eat it. Don't buy nothing else. Don't fix nothing else. When you get hungry enough that you can start eating it, you'll get over it.
Exactly.
True.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, that's why I did not name these new ones. I completely refused to do it. Well, okay, that's a lie. We got Tiny and Chili, but the rest of them don't have names.
And Fast and Furious.
And Fast and Furious.
But
because they are Fast and Furious.
But those are
names
the
names ain't nothing but a name.
Exactly. Do you know when God created Adam and Eve, he already had the animals already here waiting for them to take over and take care of them. Do you know he told Adam to name every single one of them and take care of them. He did. And he didn't have a problem with supper.
True.
He never had a problem with supper. Of course, too.
Susan, I'm pretty sure you can protect your animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other day we gave them. So what did we give them that day? We
know
gave them
that
carrots. One day for a snack, we gave them carrots, cabbage, and some sardines for their snack.
Chicken?
Yeah.
Now, I'd give hogs sardines, but chickens?
Now I have a question for you, Red.
Yeah.
What'd you do with all them apple peels and all the scraps from them apples?
We fed them to the deer.
Why didn't you feed them to your chicken? That's what your chickens are for.
I've tried to give them apples before. They won't eat them.
Did you try just the apple peel?
Yep, they won't eat them.
Huh.
That's unusual.
Yeah.
That's why we gave them to the deer, because they will not eat them.
Part of your problem is you're giving them treats every day like they're a kid. At snack time, they need their treat. You're treating them like little kids, and they're not kids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we give our dogs and cats treats every day.
But you're not eating your dogs and cats.
Well, that is true.
And
not that some people don't, but you know that's.
Well, it's probably according to how hungry you get.
It's true.
No, it isn't. Now, Rusty, he does things to get his treats. Otherwise, he won't get them.
You know, it's no wonder we got deer up in the yard all the time.
Susan said you should have made apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
Them deer would be dinner.
Yeah, I mean, we got deer that just comes in our yard like, hi, guys, I'm here for the treats.
Did you read Susan's last comment, Red?
Make apple cider vinegar? I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think she heard you.
Can
I did
read
not
it?
think about that, but that's a good idea.
Can somebody read it?
Make apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, she told Red she should have made apple cider vinegar. And that would have been really good.
Yes.
I didn't even think about
It
it.
may end up coming to that someday, but until then, they're our pets.
Yeah.
But, yes, if you get hungry enough, them pets become no longer pets. For starters, if you can't feed them, it's better to put them down than to watch them starve.
Exactly.
While you're
I
starving
agree.
yourself.
I do agree on that. Yes, I do agree. Yes.
If I had to watch Rusty go hungry, I tell you what, I have gotten on my power chair and headed off to the grocery store. The police picked me up and turned me around. I said, no, I got a dog I got to get groceries for. You're not turning me around. Do you know they would follow me to the store, make sure that's where I was going, and make sure that that's what I was getting, and then carried me home?
Wow.
They put my chair in their car and carried me home.
Huh.
But
well, see, I figured, I mean, you know, we stay on a schedule. My dogs and cats stay on a schedule. Maybe I should keep them on a schedule. That was my thinking.
Well, you know, 2 feedings a day. I used to give my animals 2 feedings a day. Once early morning and once just before my supper time.
Well,
And
they got their feed. They got it available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
that's not good.
Uh,
Well,
They
they only eat it when they want it.
do
They
they
don't
free
like.
range?
Well, they got a 400 square foot run.
Well,
Pepper, I keep feeding to my chickens all the time too. And
huh?
they're not, I keep feeding to my chickens all the time. I got
Oh,
hanging
we do.
feeders in there.
Their
But
feeders
now,
stay full.
mine don't free range, but I have chicken tractors out in the pasture and I
Yeah.
move them every day.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah, I saw.
free ranging, but not.
I saw
It's
your
free
video
ranging
when
with
you moved them.
protection.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because I mean, their chicken coop is 8 foot by 12 foot. There's a lot of room in that, like a lot of room. And their run is a 400 square foot run.
Oh wow.
So they got a huge run too. Now, Travis, I told Travis, said, you know what we got to do? He won't let me do it. And he goes, what? And I went, I need a xylophone for the run. He goes, why are you getting a xylophone for the chickens run? I went, so they can play music and entertain themselves. He's like, oh my God, Mom. And I went, and I'm on a couple of swings for him too. I want that one to be
Now,
a playground.
I did put, when I had the peacocks, I did put a swing in the peacock pen.
I would love to have peacocks again.
I
Oh my
love
Lord, the
peacocks.
price
They're
on them
beautiful.
things.
No doubt.
I wish I could have peacocks.
They are beautiful.
They
I'm
got
not
a
even
beautiful
allowed-
price tag on them too.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
doubt that.
exactly. You know what I would love to have? A nugget.
Oh God, that I swear I love that emu. I really do. I love that. I love that emu.
He is such a character.
Yes, he
I had an
is.
uncle that used to raise those. I tried to get him to give me some eggs, and he wouldn't do it.
They're hard to hatch.
I didn't want them to hatch. I wanted to carve them.
Oh, I love when they let him loose and he just tears around their yard. Runs as fast as he can.
They can be dangerous, though.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on. Now, it's not the males that. I mean, they can be, but the males are really gentle. The females get their feathers ruffled, and you got a problem.
Yeah.
But they are great with people.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, if they're raised among people, they're great. They're great. I mean, watch Nugget with Mary Carl. He's been with Mary Carl ever since they had him.
Ever since he was a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just a little tiny thing.
At my nursery school, I had a nursery school. I think it was at Myrtle Beach. Yeah, it was at Myrtle Beach because we came back when I was 5 and I was at nursery school. Right next to the nursery school on the base was a peacock farm. I said, screw all the other kids. I wasn't interested in what they wanted to do. I sat there at that fence all during the break.
Recess,
Yeah. I sat there and watched those peacocks. I mean, I was 5 and I absolutely fell in love with animals.
Yeah.
I did too. I used to make my teachers upset with me when I would go over to the fence and sit by myself watching animals, and I'd even bring feed, wild bird feed out for the animals. And they tell me, you can't be doing that. Well, and I'm throwing it over the fence, not leaving it here in school, because the kids would, wouldn't be good for the kids.
I was in 2nd grade, and there was a dog. Once again, I wouldn't play with the kids. There was a stray dog there that I would play with every recess. So, I mean, I got so close to that dog, and that dog got so close to me that the school thought the dog was mine.
Yeah.
There was one teacher that knew it was just a stray dog. Well, I was second grade. They came to me and they told me that it had been hit by a car and they were sorry and all this. And I stood there in the hallway bawling my eyes out. And I heard a teacher whisper to another one, "You know that was just a stray dog, right?" They were like, "I thought the dog belonged to her." No, it was just a stray dog. I'd probably feed him probably some of my lunch, and I got
Now peacocks, I think peacocks are a lot louder and
Oh, they are.
they're really high pitched.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, they are an awesome,
Yeah.
awesome watchdog.
Well,
Yeah, they
then you
are.
know
a
about
pistol
Scott.
below said, they make calls like help and hello, Gail. And they said, who is Gail? All these peacocks know. That's funny.
Yeah.
You know about Cargill's peacock Scott.
Well, they've
He's
got two
moving
males. They've got
now.
Scott. I can't remember the other one's name. And then they got to two females, but they're trying to find a home for the younger male because
Chris.
when he gets older,
His name is Chris.
yeah, Chris.
And he's gone. He's gone. He's got a home.
Oh, has he already got a home?
Yeah, he's got a home. They took him end of last week, beginning of this week.
I must have missed that. I know that they got a home for their ducks. Huge pond.
Yeah.
Huge pond.
Oh.
And they had two emus, male and female.
Yeah.
That's funny, Susan.
What'd she say?
She said, I taught my little girl how caves.
Oh, God.
And when she went to preschool, they went on a field trip to a farm, and my daughter showed the other kids how.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
But you've seen Scott.
Yeah.
He's molting right now.
Oh, yeah, big time.
He's got almost all his tail feathers are gone.
Yep. And Peaches, their pig. I was one spoiled pig.
Did you see that day when oh shoot, the turkey? What's his name?
Tom.
Is it Tom? I
Yeah.
thought it was something else. Anyway, Scott and Tom were kind of walking around, almost facing off, and who runs right between them? Sheriff Nugget. He was just like a sheriff. He does keep the peace with the other animals. He really does. And
Oh, man.
Emus are good guards.
Yeah.
They are. Your geese are your number one alarm system.
Yeah.
And Nugget, well, I'll tell you what, but they got 3 dogs out there in the field. So, but Nugget, he won't let them go by themselves either. Just like my Rams wouldn't let my dog go by herself.
Huh.
Have you ever thought about owning, like geese or ducks or anything, Glenn?
I've had ducks in the past.
They're
If you want a mud hole, get you some ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Geese.
You want a
if you
stinky
wanna
mud
get
hole.
hit a lot,
Get some ducks.
get you some geese. They will paint you all the time.
I
They
never
will
had
what?
that problem.
They'll paint you.
I never had that problem.
Oh, I ain't seen a goose yet that wouldn't run up there and bite you.
Wow.
You
Especially
should
if a stranger comes around.
You should. Oh, it's stranger now. That's horse of a different color. You should have seen. You should have seen. You should have known me back in 94, 95, 96, 97. That's when I had my little homestead. I only lost the homestead because of the landlord. Was kind of a legal thing, and it wasn't us. It was him.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
him. He kind of did something to my granddaughter, so we had to move.
Aw.
I tell you what, fishes and loaves. A goose is not the only thing that loves to bite people in the butt. I swear I don't know what it is with all the young kids in my family, but my mom and my sister used to get bit on the butt every time they turned around. It was.
Mhm.
The geese I had, and I had 12 geese, and 4 of them were African brown. You want to talk about some loud geese?
Mm. They're pretty
Yeah, but
though.
I'm talking about kids. You know, when they're teething, they
Mm.
would. I mean, my poor sister even got bit on her butt by the dog.
Now that's funny. That is funny. I like your shirt, baby.
I think the little kids taught the dog to bite my sister on the butt.
It reminds me of a dog we used to have. This dog would let any blonde woman in the house, whether you knew him or not. He'd let them in the house. But that was the only people he would have let in our house. Anyone else, he'd keep them out. We had a
That's
preacher
funny.
come knocking on the door one day, and oh my lord, my youngest one opened the front door, and that dog ran out the door,
Ow!
ran 2 circles around that preacher, and reached up and bit him on the butt, and held on and sat down. I was like, I
I
didn't know
sort of
whether
say
to laugh or cry.
I needed that dog. Just let the blondes in.
He'd let any
He gonna
blonde come in the
smack
house.
you in the middle of the night and say, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, I was dreaming. I was trying to smack him."
Yeah. She done pulled that trick.
Hey, at least you didn't wake up in the middle of the night. Oh God, my poor ex. I woke up with him going, "Hey, stop it!" I was like, "What? What?" Apparently, I was petting an animal because I started on top of his head patting him and worked down till I was smacking him in the face.
Oh, she balled her fist up and hit me in the chest.
Ouch.
Yeah, I woke up, thought I was having a heart attack or something. I woke up like, God, what just happened, And I laid there a few minutes and seemed fine, so I dozed back off. And about that time, I sat up in the bed again, like, what in the world is going on? And I got concerned that time, so I'm still laying there. I laid back down, laying there with my eyes open. And about that time, pow, she hit me in the chest again.
Ouch.
What in the crap are you doing hitting me in the chest? I mean, I didn't know if I was having a heart attack or what when I woke up the first 2 times. It's
Well,
just
you know,
a
she
short
packs
pain
a
in my
punch.
chest. Yeah.
I told him, I said, I didn't know I hit you in the chest. Now I finally told him about a month or 2 later I was dreaming he was cheating on me.
I tell everybody, and it's the truth, I can get in trouble in the bed asleep beside of her.
I did. I dreamt his cheating on me, and I was mad.
I don't have to do nothing to get in trouble.
That is really sweet of Fishes in Love.
Oh man.
What's that?
Her son likes the patting the butt, or he'll pat her their belly and go, "Belly." That's sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, my sister learned not to tell her best friend to bite her after Amanda chased her around Kroger's trying to bite her.
Ooh, did you see that?
What?
Or Susan says, yeah, my brother had ain't it a goose? It bit my dad where you don't want to get bit.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Ouch is right.
No doubt.
Very out.
Well, I figured out how to get Tiki and Tucker to quit fighting.
How's that?
How?
One has to sleep on one side, the other one has to sleep on the other side of me, and I have to put my hand on both of them.
Took you long enough.
Spoiled kitty cats.
Took
See
you
what
long
my son
enough.
Barley says.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one night I had to break up a dog and cat fight because Tucker was trying to steal Cooper's pig ear.
So cute.
So we had to give her own pig ear, a piece of a pig ear, and she ate it.
They like them things.
Yeah, but a cat eating a pig ear?
Whenever they come down here and
Cats like meat too.
yeah, they
Yeah.
come down here, when they come down here and do the pigs, put on freezer camp.
Yeah.
Cats is running and getting all sorts of stuff that they're
Oh yeah.
throwing down. They love it.
They just a different breed of a dog. They
I'm going to have to talk to you later about pricing because I do want more pork. And it's kind of ridiculous driving 2 hours away to get it. Last time we brought home 50 pounds of sausage and half a cow. I'm surprised the car got up the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
It was-
guys, I tell you what. Go ahead, Red.
No, I was going to say it's almost 1 o'clock. You guys got to get up early in the morning.
Well, I'm
yeah.
hurting. I'm hurting bad. I can't sit here no longer.
It's almost morning.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Yeah, and April's already in pain and she can't go see the medicine doctor.
Yeah.
The Indian dude.
Yeah,
Indian
and I'm
dude.
telling you, it's made a big difference.
Boy, did I just now sound like a hippie. Indian dude.
Well, that's what he is, and he's good at what he does. I'm telling you.
True.
He's a medicine man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. I like them.
He can take and adjust any muscles, nerves, bones, tendons. He says he can even help you with your eyesight. If you got stomach problems, he can help you with that. He's good.
That's good. So I would
I
trust
know.
somebody like
Well-
that any day over a regular medical doctor.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is my hip. All right. I fractured my hip 3 years ago.
It's been a while.
What?
Susan,
Susan.
you better be glad your neighbor wasn't a YouTuber.
Oh, God, Susan.
Said her husband caught her sleepwalking and she's about to walk out the door in her underwear, Rusty.
Good night, of fishes and loaves.
Yes, good night, fishes and loaves, and thank
Good night,
you for
Carol.
being here.
Hey, Stevie.
Sweet dreams,
Stevie
fishes,
says
and love.
night again, everybody.
No, he
Night,
said
Stevie.
hello again,
Oh,
everybody.
did he?
Yeah.
I thought y'all know I can't
He probably
say.
just woke up.
Probably.
Well, see, I quite obviously I don't walk. That's a no duh. So the boys ain't got to worry about that. The only thing they got to worry about is when they come in, they have to holler at the door or shake my foot. Because if they don't, yeah, not good. Because I
Right.
swing. Whack.
I bet you I can break you from that.
Well, it's part of my PTSD.
I don't care. I bet you I can break you from that.
How?
Bucket of ice water.
Oh, yeah.
Every
Well,
time
Bucket of
you
ice
swing,
water to break
Julie,
a
if they
teenager that
holler
don't want to
for
go to
You ain't
school.
got no room to talk. You used to swing at me all the time.
well,
Generally, if they holler for me, I will wake up. But part of my PTSD is if you shake me, I can't. I'm
Oh,
asleep and I'll swing, but then I'll like stop and realize what I'm doing, and then I calm down.
Rusty, is the only thing that can wake me up. Somebody will knock at the door. I won't hear a knock. My phone will ring. I won't hear it. But he'll start barking at me. I'm right up.
Yep, you used to him saying, "Mom, I need to go outside."
I hear
No.
you, concert in Charlotte.
Yeah.
He doesn't wake me up barking unless there's something going on that shouldn't be going on.
Who's
Huh.
Tom? I think what that is, or Tom, and I can't
Tom
tell if it's L-I-N or.
Chris Tomlin concert.
Chris Tomlin. Tomlin.
Who is that? Do y'all know?
I ain't got the bloodiest clue.
I don't either.
Well, I hope you enjoyed it, Stevie.
It must be some of these younger rockers, you know.
Or either it could be a Christian group.
That still could be a younger rocker.
Yeah, they can do rock Christian rock.
Because Stevie's younger than I am.
Yep. Well, guys, anyway, we're going to get off here. I got to get out of this chair and stay out of this chair.
Sometimes I really wish I could say that.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Travis does too.
I couldn't imagine being stuck in a chair for the rest of my life.
Well, Travis goes, I really wish that you could walk. I remember when you used to. I mean, the way I look at it, God told me, sit your ass down. You're getting too wild.
Well, I mean, you handle it good, and I hope if it ever happens to me, I can handle it that good. I mean, seriously.
Well, trust me, you'll learn how you will get so many wheelchair jokes. It'll start flowing. So
I don't know. I was in my 20s when they diagnosed my arthritis and stuff, and I was like, the doctor was like, you need to. He wanted me to get one of these walkers, like old people use. I was like, no, I'm not old. He's like, you do realize arthritis is not just an old people's thing. And I said, I don't care. And he's like, no, even kids can get arthritis. I'm like, I don't care. I either walk on my own 2 feet or I can just die.
Well, that's just like when we go to Walmart, he would fuss at me, why don't you get you one of them ride around things? And I said, as long as I am able to walk through the pain, I'm going to walk.
Yeah, but that's like the Artie cat.
You know what? I used to do that, do the best I could to walk and everything, but I had to give that up because I kept falling a few times. And there was one time I had fallen in the store. I think it was 4 times. I had lost my balance and fell. And they said, we're calling the ambulance. I said, no, please don't. And they said, well, learn how to ride one of these. And they had, at the time, they had very few scooters like that. I think it was for a store the size like Kroger's or Walmart. They had like maybe 5, you know. And
I'll never forget one time when I was walking. I was going through the door and this lady that was behind me tripped and she fell on top of me.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
That's
like in the middle of Kroger's doors. I face planted.
Yeah. But I got on the scooter, and after that, I'd make sure that they had one. When I went shopping, I made sure that they had one at the door so I could, you know, go shopping. I needed to go shopping.
Yeah.
And they didn't want me in their store unless I was using one of their carts.
Oh.
Well, that way, I mean, if you got hurt, they was liable.
Yeah.
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 So
yeah, when the Kroger's people ran over to me to see if I was okay, one of them just so happened to be my sister, Tressa.
Oh boy.
They were like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I went, "Well, that was rather interesting." And Tressa goes, "She's okay."
Oh,
I've
yeah.
only fell one time in a store, and that was because some dingbat busted a bottle of oil. And instead of leaving it set where it was at and going to get help for cleaning it up,
She tried to clean it up.
they strung the bottle all the way through the store to the front of the store, and I didn't know it.
Oh my God.
Honey, at that time, I wore 6-inch platform heels.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
Stevie, I ain't got rid of him, but he's not a Billy no more.
I literally, both
If you
feet
need to
went
call me tomorrow.
out from behind me, but they went behind me doing it. And I literally went from walking to flat on my face.
That's awful. I mean, because oil's bad. I mean, that's
Yeah,
you
it
can't
is.
stand up on that.
Well, April,
Yeah, it is.
Lynn, good night. Love you both.
Good night,
Good
love
night,
you. Thank
love
you,
y'all.
Red.
Love you, Red.
Love you
Good
guys
night,
too.
everybody. Love
Good
y'all.
night. Love you
Have a great
all.
weekend.
Y'all
Thank-
too.
All right. Good night. And thank you for my Friday fix.
You're
welcome.
welcome. It's been
Yep.
a joy.
I tell you what, I was just going through the list of what's going on, and you guys were at the top. You guys were the lucky ones.
Well,
I
That's a
hear
good
you.
place to. That's a
Yes.
good place to be.
I'm
Yeah,
usually down at the bottom, you know. I'm down in the crap pile.
not on my computer. You're not.
Hey, I usually don't rank at all, so
Are you kidding?
even the bottom looks good.
Yep.
This is what I do on Friday nights. It's 9:00. I'm never gonna be on Zoom. I know that. I swear to goodness, like you guys are crack.
Hey, let me get quiet for longer than 3 minutes, okay? And I think was it on here? It was one of the lives. A lot of people were doing all their talking. I was just sitting there listening, and next thing I know,
I know that feeling.
Yep.
I went plumb to sleep, and they all kept talking and kept talking. And then Rusty started to bark, and that woke me up. And they said, "You are alive." and I looked at
Oh,
what time is it? It was like a half hour later.
Yeah, it's 1:00.
Yep.
Yep.
Good night, guys.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Love
It's
y'all.
that time. Good night, everybody. God bless you. I love each and every one of you. I appreciate you all.
And
Thank
we
you.
do
Love you
that.
too. Appreciate you too, hon.
thank you. Love
Sleep
all
well,
y'all.
everyone.
Sweet
Bye. Love
dreams.
y'all.
Bye.
Sweet dreams and God bless.
Sweet dreams and God bless.